Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Francisco, look at that hole open up. Oh, Francisco's going to cut free. He's over the 30. Watch the puck. Here comes free. He fires. Same play. Conklin with the slam on the chance.
Number 2 and number 5 in the state of North Dakota for girls high school basketball. They live in the west region of North Dakota high school hoops, and tonight they collide on the PSP Network. 10-1 Minot High School, number 2 ranked team in all the land, suffering their first loss of the season earlier this week to now number 1 Mandan, taking on 9-2 Bismarck Legacy. Welcome in to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Find out more at VIOC.com. Just know that you sit in your car. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. I eat my lunch. I check my email. Return those texts. It's fantastic at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. I'm Nick Holberg tonight, joined by my good friend and the former University of Barrie men's head basketball coach, Mr. Joe Cattell. Joe, good to see you tonight. 2 against number 5 in the state. Easy to get up for one like this on a Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, Minot High coming off of a tough loss. They're quick. They get a turnaround quick and play again. That's ideal for a situation for them. And Legacy getting an opportunity here to test the water a little bit, where they stand as the 5th team in the state against the number 1, number 2. However you want to look at it, a team in the state. So should be a really fun matchup. 2 of the premier players in our state for a number of years now. They've been 1 and 2. So should be an awesome environment, awesome game, and looking forward to doing it with you, my friend.
Well, Legacy, and likewise to you. Legacy comes in with a pair of wins back-to-back. They beat Mandan. They also beat Williston in a double counter. However, they lost to Jamestown 64-57 back on the 14th of this month. Minot falling to Mandan 53-51. You've coached for a long time. You've had winning teams. You've had losing teams. You've had mediocre teams. You've had great teams. What does a loss do for you at this point in the year if you're Minot High, who was ranked number 1 all year long?
Yeah, well, Minot's been through a lot already this year, right? They've gone through trying to figure out how to replace Fricky. Now they're trying to figure out how to replace Carew Lamore, who unfortunately season ended and career pretty much ended as a senior a couple nights ago against Century. So they're trying to kind of redefine themselves a little bit, and I think it's a great way to focus your group up. It's a great way to get your young girls' attention. And it's a great way to, to really lean, I don't want to put more pressure on, but really lean on your leadership of Lily Bell and see if she's got what it takes, and we all know she does, to really take this team on her back and lead them to the promised land.
Yeah, we're going to touch about that more and talk more on that coming up in just a moment. First, let's take a look at our media poll brought to you by Jerome's Collision Center. We'll watch the boys tonight. Number 2, Minot High takes on Legacy. Legacy's been in and out of that poll conversation, not receiving votes right now, but a good game in the boys matchup coming up later on tonight. But focusing on the girls here, Mandan. Number 1 with McKenna Johnson and company. They went from 2-1 with the win over Minot High earlier this week. Minot drops to 2. Horace still in the 3 spot. Davies at number 4. Legacy at number 5 at 9-2. St. Mary's also receiving some votes inside the state. Any big surprises here on the girls' side?
Obviously it's just the most recent thing, right? Minot loses to Mandan, and you just got to flip them because you feel like you have to because they played each other. But I think that's gonna, get decided at the WDA tournament. I don't know if that's ever gonna get decided in just a media poll type thing. Just never Minot not being number 1, and it kind of shocks me just because we've seen them in number 1 for so many years now in a row with how well they've been playing. So on the boys' side, Century's rolling right now. Minot was able to get back on track last week. I think those two are clearly the number 1 and number 2 teams in the state, and we saw a great matchup with them last week. And I actually watched it in Dallas, Texas. I watched it at a establishment with a bunch of co-workers at a national sales meeting, and they let us flick it up onto the big TV. So we were watching the PSP network between the Dallas Stadium and the Texas Arlington Rangers Stadium on the big screen TV in Texas last week. So.
Well, they were treated to some good basketball.
Oh, it was awesome. I had 40, 50 guys watching it and asking questions and what is this PSP thing? So it was awesome. So yeah, that was a fun one to watch.
Well, it certainly will be more fun coming down the road with the WDA tournament right around the corner. We're going to have that for you on the PSP network. Matchups like this tonight leading towards that WDA tournament now here on the 24th of January. We're right down the road from tournament time. I mean, these are almost games in your mind. You approach them as a coach in Jim Petrick and Jason Schwartz of not really a must win, but a must kind of game of with 2 and 5 of really tuning some things up and doing those little things.
It's a little bit of a two-headed sword, right? Like Legacy's probably thinking right now, Minot's never been more exposed. They're still kind of raw from the wound of losing Carew. So this is the most exposed they've been in probably 3 or 4 years, and they're at home. And so you just don't want to lose that chance to gain a point and gain some ground at home because you're going to have to go to Minot on the second time around. So Legacy's probably looking at it a little bit more. Minot obviously just wants to stop the bleeding, get momentum back, get the girls' confidence back. So they're both looking at it 2 different ways. I'm sure Legacy feels like this is the best opportunity that they've had to beat Minot in a while.
Yeah, well, they're going to have a shot at it tonight. Should be a fun one here on the PSP Network. Plenty more on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show coming up. When we come back, we'll look at the standings of the top producers inside the state. And we'll dive further into the matchup between number 2 Minot, number 5 Legacy, and WDA girls high school basketball tonight here on the PSP Network.
Strand back to Morelli. Morelli trying to spin out. Dickinson is going to win the WDA title if they can hang on. They have done it. Oh my goodness. The Midgets are WDA champions.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show carries on from Legacy High School Gymnasium as the Sabres from Legacy entertain the Magents from Minot High. Nick Holberg alongside of Mr. Joe Cattell on the call for tonight's showdown inside of WDA basketball. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Again, locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a quick 15-minute drive-through oil change where you just remain right in your vehicle. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Taking a look at the standings inside of AA basketball on the girls' side. Mandan's #1 now inside the WDA with their win over Minot. They sit #2, Legacy #3. Not only is it 2-5 in the state tonight, Joe, but 2-3 in the conference. These are big games for those points, trying to be one of those 4 teams inside the top 4 come WDA tournament time. St. Mary's is the real deal as well with what they've been able to put up. We're going to look at a graphic in a moment of 2 of the top players in the conference coming from the blue and white. Bismarck #5, they play Century tonight, #6. Chuck Claremont and Scott Woodmansey have the call of that one on the PSP network. Williston's at Minot North tonight. Owen Patterson, Bryce Gutnick are on the air for that game as well. Dickinson down to the #10 spot. Jamestown in the 8th spot, covering all the teams in the WDA. Out east, West Fargo, Horace and Davies, the clear-cut 1 and 2 out there with a combined 19 and 2 record. Tournament time should be fun coming down the stretch. And when you look at the graphic right now of the standings inside the conference, as a coach, how much were you focused on this?
You want to keep an eye on it. You want to keep your left eye on it, but your right eye on what you're actually trying to accomplish, and that's get better today, get better tomorrow, and just keep working on the process of making your team the best team it can be at the WDA time. Yeah, obviously, when it's 2 versus 3, you know what's at stake. You know what it matters. But at the end of the day, you want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the year, and so you know, probably try not to pay too much attention to it or also get you distracted on what it can be accomplished.
Well, these 2 teams have 2 young ladies that are obviously lighting it up according to the numbers inside of the WDA. Points per game right now, the leader in the West region, Lee Bell, 26.8 per night. That's just torrid pace for Lee Bell, the junior from Minot High, the all-state player, as Lee Bell has been dominating right now inside of the league, but so is Brooklyn Falkley. She averages 19.2 per night. We're going to see both of those young ladies go toe-to-toe. Marley Falcon, 17.3. She's #6 inside the conference. When you have that much talent and you know that they're going to fill it up that way, it really is kind of tough to game plan against that more than anything, probably, in a matchup like this.
You know, and the one nice thing about the way that Minot High has had to adjust with their lineup was putting Sydney Aberly in. They're going to be able to kind of maybe able to guard even a little bit better Falcon and Falkley because of just the size matchup. You know, Minot High going a little bit bigger with Sydney in there, replacing Carew Lamore. So it might be actually a benefit for Minot High being able to play a little bit bigger tonight because that's how Legacy likes to play. So it might not be, you know, they might have the right matchup for Legacy tonight as far as those 2 girls.
Taking a look at Brooklyn Falkley on your screen right there. Falkley at All-State, All-West Region selection 2 times leading into her senior year. South Dakota State University commits. Mechanical engineering is where she's going. Not only can she hoop, but she's a smart young lady, and she really has matured over the years, hasn't she?
Really has. Gotten more athletic, been able to run a little bit better, gotten really good shape, and she's a good player. I mean, she's got great touch around the rim, great size, great strength, good footwork. So, yeah, she's been a key. Coach Petrick and his staff has done a great job of developing her into the player that she is, and we're going to see a matchup. The best versus the best tonight, Lee Bell versus Falkley.
Yeah, there's Lee Bell on your screen, and you want to talk about a multiple selection for All-State and All-Region. That young lady, 6'3" junior, is that. The stat line for her with 26 points per game, 19 threes, shoots 84%. How about 123 rebounds, though, Joe? Wow. She's good on the glass, isn't she?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the key to Legacy is they're just so big and they're physical inside and really can rebound. You know, their biggest questions is, you know, are the guards going to step up and give them some room so they're able to pound that ball inside and make plays in the inside? And that's kind of been the question mark. The teams that have good guards have given Legacy a little bit of fits this year.
Should be a fun one tonight. Why is that? Offensively, it's #1 and #2 inside the WDA as far as point production is concerned. Minot High, blistering pace, 75 points per night on average. Legacy scores just shy of 65. The difference is that Legacy only gives up 51, and for Minot High, they only give up 46. I mean, these are two teams that could fill it up, and they also play defense.
Yeah.
There's a look at those numbers.
Yeah, no question. They're both very defensive-minded team, not a lot of second chance points. Just really do a good job of contesting and finishing plays. The biggest number that I see with these, and you might have it on the next screen, and I apologize if you do, but just Legacy shoots 29% from the three, and Minot High shoots 37% from the three. And so what team is going to be able to make some threes, because they just add up so fast, and it really makes life a lot easier for your post players.
Inching closer to showtime, Joe.
Go, baby.
Let's go, baby is right. We're just about set. We'll come back and salute our country with the Star-Spangled Banner. Then the starting lineups and the opening tap. The Sabres and the Magents tonight here in the capital city.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Job well done to that young man on the national anthem here this evening. It's always something special about it when it's in person, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, it's always better than just the recorded copy.
Well, it's time to meet the starting lineups. As we do that, let's look at our keys to the game. Tonight, they're brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Give Dylan a call today at 222-2155 to make sure your furnace is performing at the top of its game. For the Legacy Sabres tonight, they need to hit threes. That stat line that you had before the break, talking about how much better Minot High is from behind the arc. They can do that tonight. It also creates some opportunities for Falkley inside, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can't double her if you're making shots, right? And so it makes it a lot easier if you just just being a threat out there, knocking one or two of them down. The one thing I will say, obviously, Legacy guards the three incredibly well. They do only hold teams to 28%. But Minot High is a team that can just absolutely fill it up from behind the arc. So that's going to be a hard task for them tonight. But yeah, making threes helps your post players out. If she gets doubled, she's able to throw it back out to the perimeter and someone can knock down a shot for her. So it's really important that they make one or two of them early in this game so that Minot High just can't pack in the paint and really make it tough to get the ball to Falkley.
Yeah, on the Minot High side, rebounds versus those bigs. When you've got Falcon and Falkley inside, that battle on the glass is really one that could decide the tail of the tape.
You know, a lot of Lily Bell's points come from offensive rebounds. She's an extremely good offensive rebounder, and is she going to be able to create some of that offense, that just magical thing that she does with just getting second chances and being able to put them up against the size of Legacy. So her and Aberly and the guards all contributing and getting an offensive rebound here and there. And then, like you said, you know, there's always two sides to rebounding, making sure you finish the play and not give Felkley those same offensive rebounds.
Should be a fun one tonight. Is there an X factor in your mind besides Lily Bell and Felkley tonight?
I mean, when you got the best two players in the state, you probably just lean on them, I think. I think that's the S factor. Which Division I talented girl basketball player in the state is going to really rise to the top today? And they both need help. They need guards to step up and help them get the ball, but which one's going to play well? I'm interested to see if they guard each other, who Aberly guards or who Lily guards. So both of those things are going to be interesting to me, and see if there's any adjustments as the game goes on of what coach puts who on who. Or if a zone pops up too, like if Minot decides to zone Legacy or whatever the case for me. I think there's some fun coaching matchups here in this one as well.
Should be a good one. Jim Petrick, year number 9 against Jason Schwartz, and year number 5, Playoff Pete against Jason Schwartz, who could definitely have a name for himself in that regard as well with what he's been able to do inside of North Dakota high school basketball. Time for our opening tab tonight, brought to you by Andrew Goodmanson at 701 Realty. For all your real estate needs, it's Andrew Goodmanson at 701 Realty. Find them online, 701realty.com.
If I looked that good, I'd put my picture on all the billboards too. Look at that guy.
Yeah, I like that picture of him.
Oh, geez. What a smile.
It is. He does a fantastic job. The smile is as good as the personality.
The face you can trust in Realty in Minot, right?
Yes,
there.
without
right
question. Minot High is in maroon. Legacy is in white. Nick Holberg, Joe Cattell on the call tonight from Bismarck, and we are officially underway for WDA girls basketball. First 2 points of the game for Everett Deshaw. She puts it up and in.
And right away, a shot from Lily Bell and an offensive rebound from Minot High. So moral of the story, rebounding in Minot High's favor to start.
The bad news for Minot High of Carew Lamore going down and being out for the rest of the year. Carew Lamore, in my mind, is a top 5 player, maybe a top player on any other team inside of the conference. She's one of those young ladies that has maybe been shadowed a bit by Frickia Bell in her high school career. Without her in the lineup for Minot High, that's a pretty giant void to fill. However, the Magents look to see if they can do that here tonight.
Well, I think the other thing, too, is just leadership, right? She was on that state championship team a couple years ago, and she's been a part of the winning culture. And so there's not many girls left playing right now that played on that roster, that team that won state a few years ago. So just to find that new leadership and to teach girls to figure out how to keep improving to get to that where they want to be.
Everett Deshaw at the ServPro free throw line, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology at ServPro. And Everett Deshaw good on the cleanup there with the first 4 points of the ball game, a field goal and a pair from the ServPro stripe. Legacy with possession. They work it up top. Whitney Welk. She'll play at Mayville State in her college career. Coming up as the Magents carry it down the floor. Aberly off over to Knutson. Up top now to Barch. Surveys here. Good crowd on hand for a Friday night at the Legacy High School Gymnasium, continuing to fill in a bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. People getting off work, picking up their kids, getting into the game. Love it. Love it.
Can't thank you enough for joining us for this showdown. Again, WDA tournaments coming to the PSP Network. Hockey and basketball. We'll have both of them coming your way. That WDA tournament's something special, isn't it, Joel?
Absolutely it is. It's always a fun environment at the Civic Center, and every game matters so much for seeding, and every game matters so much to get that WDA crown.
Does that help your cause, brother?
Yeah, we're good, brother.
Jump shot off the mark. Lily Bell comes back away underneath the rack, and it's Falcon that comes out with it. Marley Falcon will move it off ahead. Sorry, that's Sammy Watson, rather. And the ball's going to be tossed down the floor. On a play it goes, and it will be Minot High basketball.
And not a great start for Legacy. Already 2 turnovers and just not really getting into a groove on the offensive end. And there have been quick turnovers, too. Just need to settle down on the offensive end and work the ball around a little bit.
Tonight's game on the PSP Network, proudly brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. It's MSU, where more than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. Lily Bell inside. Works against Falcon. Kicks it outside. for 3 off the mark for Barch. Gets her own rebound down at the block. Got it back to Deshaw. Around the horn they go. Now Aberly on corks for 3. That one just a bit deep, and it will be Legacy basketball.
Yeah, Legacy spending time in that 2-3 zone. I think Minot needs to try to attack the side of the floor that Falcon's not on. She's got great length in that bottom forward position, and attack the side that she can't get deflections and tips on. Work the right side right now.
When you recruited at the University of Mary as the head men's basketball coach for all the years that you were there, size over speed or speed over size?
Both. Yeah, you want length. Length is the key to basketball. You can be as tall as you want, but if you're long is the king. You could be 6'2", but 6'6" long, and that's going to help you way more. And you can see, you got the holler girl in the middle there, how long she is, and you got Falcon on the wing. It just eats up so much space when you're long and makes up for a lot of mistakes.
Lily Bell, deep 3, off the back of the iron. Ball pulled out of there by Legacy. They bring it back away as Marley Falcon's got another rebound. She could pull them down as well. She's been offered by NDSU already in her high school career. The Bison have interest in her. Obviously, she's somebody that we've had our eye on here on the PSP Network, one of the top players inside of the WDA and the young talents for girls hoops.
Yeah, ball handling, length, can shoot it, can rebound. She's got a lot of skills there. As she turns it over, I say that.
Here comes Lily Bell. Kicked off to the corner. Deshaw has all 4 of the points for Minot High. Tried for first 7, went off the rim. Knutson pulls it in. And now Barch goes up top, back to Everett Deshaw. Jason Schwartz calls out the shots for the Majets as Barch handles at the top of the key.
Minot High's got to get a little bit more movement on that zone. A lot of girls just standing around the perimeter right now. Got to move and cut through the zone. See if you can't just hit them off their spots a little bit more.
Shot clock down to 7. Lily Bell's way back with it. Missed what the call was there, Joe.
3 seconds.
3-second violation of Minot High School.
On Aberly.
14:08 left in the first half of basketball on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. The Majets lead the Sabres 4-0. BNC.bank, locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, bnc.bank. Here's Lily Bell, the tank away, coast to coast, puts it out the window. Lily's got her first 2 points of tonight's ball game.
Yeah, good play there from Lily. Not a great pass from Legacy. I think that's 4 turnovers already in the first half. They got to figure out a way to get the ball, break the defense, and get a good look on the hoop.
Sabres with possession here. They work it up top.
There's the 5th turnover.
Sent off the fingertips of Sammy Watson. And it will be Minot High basketball.
Turnovers just kill because you don't even get an attempt to shoot to score the ball or attempt to get fouled. It's just those hurt a lot right there. Got to get some rhythm on the offensive end.
Everett Deshaw to put the basketball in here. Back to March. Up top for Knutson. Lily Bell goes back inside. Now to Shaw. Ariana Root into the game for the Majets. Here's Bell. Short little jump shot. Lily's got 2 field goals.
Not much action there, but Lily, all she had to do was cut from the short corner to the high post or short post there and was able to get an easy catch and an easy finish there. Good job of just moving in the zone, finding some freedom.
Falcon looked down to the baseline, trying to go inside. There to Falkley. There's a foul on the play. Lily might have just picked up her first foul of the ball game. She did. Another look on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. The last jump shot from Lily Bell. She's got range that can go from right underneath the rack all the way out to nearly the top of that Legacy Sabre head at half court.
We've seen that many a time on this network.
Jump shot off the mark. Rebound pulled down. Falkley battling inside against Lily Bell. Jump basketball. The arrow will belong to Legacy as Minot won the opening tap.
Yeah, Falkley had really good position there for the offense rebound, just not able to finish it with Lily Bell on her back, and you got to make that one. Got to take advantage of the opportunities when you have the ball that close to the rim.
Sabres Timbo. Works up top from Welk. Surveying goes over to the far side now for Gracie Watson. Watson back to Welk on the drive. Down to the block, looks up top, goes to Falcon, step back 3. Side of the rim, rebound to Shaw, but it's got numbers, and they carry it across the timeline. Here's Deshaw, spin move, high, off the glass. How about that play from Everett Deshaw? She's been a motor here in this first half. And Minot's got a 10-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, good start for Minot High, getting some turnovers on the defensive end, scoring easily on the offensive end.
If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by our friends at Planet Pizza. Proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Largest laser tag playground in the region at Planet Pizza. They also have a lunch buffet Monday through Friday from 11 to 2. Planet Pizza proudly bringing you North Dakota high school basketball here on the PSP Network. Could go for a Blue Buffalo right about now.
Oh, the Blue Buffalo. I love the Blue Buffalo.
Vardy into the ball game for the Majets. Goes up top and around the horn. Knudsen, corner pocket 3 on its way. Just a bit too strong. Rude gets the rebound with the help of Bell. Now it's Deshaw downtown. Everett Deshaw, have yourself a night.
Yeah, great first half. Great first 5 minutes here for Everett Deshaw. She's playing well, but another offensive rebound from Minot High. We were wondering who's going to win the rebounding battle, and it's clear right now.
Everett Deshaw has all the points except for Lily Bell's got the others. Now Whitney Wong puts it up off the window and gets her first points of the ball game.
Yeah, good attack there from Whitney, going right down the lane with her right hand, getting it off the glass for first 2 points for Legacy in about 6 minutes of play.
Vardy ends up on the floor after the skip pass there from Bell. And it will be Vardy heading to the line to shoot 2 here for Minot High. 13-2, Minot High's got the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Make it 14-2 as Camden Vardy, the 5'6" juniors, 1 for 1 from the Serve Pro stripe. Never out of it, but a lead like this at 14-2 at the start that Minot High has. When do you start to hit the panic button if you're Jim Petrie?
Now, he's already called the 1 timeout to kind of regain the troops a little bit, and really hasn't got a lot of momentum yet, but he's got to figure out ways to get the ball inside, got to figure out a way to just get those guards moving a little bit, move without the ball, and free up a little bit.
Collectively as a group, Minot High from the Serve Pro free throw line has shot 55%. Perfect of the night here tonight so far are the Majets. As down to the baseline, back inside, up off the window, the height inside from Sadie Holler. 6'3" sophomore's got her first field goal of the ball game.
Yeah, good take there. Tough pass. I mean, there was a lot of bodies in there. Minot High's really packing in the paint, but Sydney was able to get that thing up on the basket and score it. Sadie, sorry.
Barch on the drive, kicks it out over to Knudsen, off the mark. Rebound pulled away to Rude. Now Barch has it here, dribbling to the left side, left hand, scoop to the hoop. She got it to fall. Barch has her first points of the game.
Yeah, good take for Barch. She's obviously the key. She's the next person that can really be able to score. She looks like Maggie Fricky out there in some ways when she's out there playing. So good attack there from her and get herself in the score column early here.
Upstairs it comes now for Abby Berman. Runner again. That one off the mark for Watson, who touched it last but at high school. And Barch, and it will be Legacy Sabre basketball. Legacy went 19-8 last year. They were the 3 seed out of the West region. They took 6th at the state tournament. Jim Petrick's had them at the big dance. Seems like every year that there's been an opportunity to be there.
Yeah, he's done a really good job with this program. He's won 1 state title already and just continues to get these girls and this whole program going a little bit. So it looks like someone got smacked in the face a little bit. So first coming out to see him.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick one as well. Minot up 17-4.
City Home
Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, Abby Berman back up with the assistance of sports medicine getting off the court. Hopefully she's okay. That looked like a head injury possibly.
Yeah, it looked like she got smacked pretty good in the face, and she was down for quite a while there.
Inside to Aberly. Guarded heavily there by Felkley, and Aberly's off the mark. Felkley pulls down the rebound. Felkley's been held off the score sheet so far here in this ball game. The South Dakota State commit looking to get going in this ball game. Minot leading 17-4 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It's been all the Jets early on. Here's a deep three on its way. That one off the mark. Rebound, Falcon.
Good rebound by Falcon, chasing that one down all the way into the corner. You can see Minot High. They just got 5 bodies in the lane at all times, guarding Felkley and not letting them get catches. I got that as the 8th turnover, and I think I've missed a couple.
Barch has it here. Well, Jim Petrick can't be satisfied with that early on in this ball game.
A little more movement from Minot. A lot of standing around and just passing right now. They got to be able to crack the zone a little bit with a little movement.
Aberly went hard to the rack. That ball was off the mark. Contested layup on that play. Felkley underneath. Nice dish on the give and go. Felkley's got her first 2 points of tonight's contest.
Yeah, way to run the floor there from Felkley. She did a good job of running coast to coast from rim to rim, and a great bounce pass for the finish.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Minot High School wants to talk things over. They lead 17-6. Tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by the UPS Store, located on South Broadway in the Magic City. It's the UPS Store for all your packing and shipping needs. They're open 6 days a week for your convenience. The UPS Store, the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Down low to Lily Bell. It's going to be a foul inside. It's going to be charged here on Falcon. Falcon's going to pick up her first personal.
Yeah, pretty quiet first half for Lily Bell so far. Almost halfway through it, or right at halfway through it right now, and only 4 points for Lily.
Barch down to the baseline. Blocked. Felkley says no. Leak out is there. Comes away to Welk. She goes coast to coast. Bell's got the rebound.
Great defense by Ariana Rude. Just hustling down, getting in the way without fouling, and forcing the missed layup.
Lely, step back three, off the front of the rim. Rebound underneath, shot from Deshaw. Felkley was in the way of that one, and Felkley back-to-back blocks on the defensive side of the floor.
Pretty shocked right now of how well Minot High is rebounding against this zone. They're doing a really good job. Legacy's got to clean up these second chances Minot's getting.
Up top for the Magents. Barch from deep. She's fouled on the play. And Barch is going to get 3 shots coming from the Serve Pro free throw line here, Joe.
Yeah, kind of a mistake there. Just closed out a little bit too far, turned into Barch before she landed, and easy foul call for the official.
Up and in. Barch 70% from the Serve Pro free throw line. She's been good on the year, no question about that. This one bouncing around, that one off the mark. Another shot here from Barch, up and in. 2 for 3 on the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. That wouldn't even be old-fashioned because back in the day there was no arc back there.
Yeah, that's the old-fashioned is the 2 and 1. That's the old-fashioned. A lot of standing around. Not a lot of movement from either team right now. Just kind of staying in their spot, passing the ball around, letting the defense kind of remember where you were. Just got to be able to cut through that zone a little bit more, move without the ball. Just make passing a little bit easier.
Lily Bell's going to be charged with her second. Legacy will get the ball back. Legacy's been unbeaten at home. They're 6-0 on this floor. 3-2 away. Falcon, 2-pointer, her first field goal of the ball game.
Yeah.
She averages 17.
Yeah, nice dive there against the end out. She dove from the high post straight down the lane line and was able to get a nice little 8-foot, 10-foot jump shot.
But it came out to a 10-0 lead to start here tonight. Legacy trying to claw back in. Lily Bell saying, I've got something to say about that. Lily's got 6.
Really good movement off the ball from Lily, cutting from one side of the lane to the other. Not making the first one, but being persistent and getting that old rebound. Got to be able to post feed that on the skip. Felkley had the position there. She needed the ball.
Well, goes far side, taken away by Aberly. Nice play, comes back away down to Bell. Nice play from Sydney Aberly.
Great play from Sydney Aberly, and Lily Bell was the only one paying attention to catch that. A lot of people were standing around watching, didn't think Aberly had the ability to get to that one.
Barch up top, Knutson on corks downtown, rimmed in, then out, comes away to Falcon. And now Legacy runs the floor as they go back away here to Ava Lucas, who's into the ball game. Off to Falkley inside, Brooklyn Falkley.
Really like Falkley in transition right now. She's doing a good job of running rim to rim. That's both of her buckets have been in transition. So good job of just beating Lily Bell down the floor and getting to that shot, getting her layup.
Lily from 3 land, no good. Aberly scrubbing for the basketball. Touch the end line, and it will be Legacy ball here. Another look at the last one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Falkley with that patience in the lane on the stop and pop there.
Yeah, not many people can block her shot, so good job of just being patient and gathering herself and getting her strength underneath her and making the layup.
Under 7 to play, first half. Number 5 Legacy trailing number 2 Minot by 11, 21-10 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Down to the baseline. Little runner here. Aberly came in to try to block that one away, but she swatted Sammy Watson's hand, and Watson will go to the Serve Pro stripe.
Yeah, Sammy Watson, she's got the start tonight, her first career start for Coach Petrick and the Legacy Sabres. Getting to the free throw line here, see if she can't add some points to that start.
5'9" sophomore for Legacy off the mark on her first trip to the Serve Pro free throw line.
Better possession there for Legacy, too. They had a really good dive action from the high and was able to free up the skip pass and create that driving lane and get Watson a shot. So better offense there from Legacy moving without the ball.
First 2 shots from the Serve Pro stripe for the Sabres are off the mark. Minot High's got possession. Knutson to Barch. Over to Shaw. She came out like a bottle rocket here tonight for Minot High School. Barch hounded up top, comes to Knutson. Now it's Lily Bell in the corner pocket, off the mark.
Yeah. Doesn't have her feet set on her, doesn't have the rhythm right now. She's doing a lot of running on that baseline too. She did a good job of going from the middle of the hoop all the way to the 3-point line. Defense lost her, just not able to make the 3. Oh, they missed Falcon on that top down there.
Ball's going to be taken away here by the Magents.
In that zone, Sydney missed Lily on the last position, and that one was missed too. You get that ball in the high post, your first look has to be at the rim for yourself or your low post player. See if you can't get them on a high-low or a drive for yourself. Got to turn and look at the hoop.
Quick give and go here to Falcon. Off the mark. Comes back away now here to Barch. And timeout on the floor, brought to you by our friends at First International Bank and Trust. First International Bank and Trust, Full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Find them online, FIBT.com.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Tonight's game brought to you by our friends at BSN Sports. BSN creates exclusive, personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. From custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches' apparel to fan wear, branding, and more, they've got it all. Contact your local BSN sales pro here today. Western North Dakota sales pros include our very own Scott Woodmansey, Greg Foster, Naomi Erdahl, and Nate Zockman. Of course, you can contact Joe Cattell as well, the sales manager. Inside look for Lily Bell.
That must have been a hard meeting for you to get that sponsorship.
Yeah, that was a tricky one. And this swag that I love this.
Yeah, by the way, this is
that's about as...
Give us a call. Give us a call. We'll take care of you.
BSN Sports. Lily Bell inside. She's hounded on the play, and she ends up on the ground. She's fouled.
Yeah, we hooked up BSN pretty good, on our PSP pretty good on that stuff.
We appreciate you so much for...
It had nothing to do with me wanting some more PSP gear. Nothing at all.
What is that, Clutter and Buck? Is that what that is?
Quarter and Buck. This is Cutter and Buck. Cutter and Buck.
Cutter and Buck, and that is a nice piece there, Joe.
Yeah, family pictures or
yeah,
easy day at the office, hard day at the office, doesn't matter.
I think that's what I'll be wearing to church on Sunday, no doubt about it. Lily.
Quiet 8 points for Lily in the first half. I haven't been able to drain one of her three-pointers, but she has been extremely active in that zone and still definitely making her impact with 8 points here in the first half so far.
A lot of times inside the WDA, Lily has a size advantage. That's not the case tonight with Felkley on top of her. Ed Falcon. Lily got a rebound here, however, and Lily brings it back across the timeline.
Legacy still looking for that first three-pointer, not able to stretch the floor at all. They're really packing in the paint on those post players.
Up top for Vardy inside. Here's Lily Bell. Went to the left side, and Lily's going to be blocked on the play. Sadie Haller is the one that commits the foul.
A good call there. Lily had a good position, good sweep there. Haller was just a little late getting over to the lane line.
Lily for a 1-and-1 at the Serve Pro free throw line. Shoots 84% from the stripe, and it's the highest number for the Magents of the year from the Serve Pro line. She has been money from there tonight. 3 for 3 now for Lily Bell, the All-State selection.
Yeah, I say quiet for her. She's got 10 points. There's players that average 10 points in games and are very happy with double-digit averages, but she's just that much more talented that you expect so much out of when she steps on the floor.
Timeout on the floor, Jim Petrick, brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Minot's got a 15-point lead, 25-10.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Tonight's game brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home of the MVP haircut experience. I've got the app. I sign it online. It's quick. It's convenient. They do a great job about it. Ed Bismarck, Sport Clips, brings you tonight's MVP. Joe will have a conversation with that young lady here tonight after the ball game.
Tough one there. You call timeout and you run a little action and you end up turning the ball over, just not catching the basketball on the jump ball there. So another turnover for the Legacy Sabres. Need to be able to fix this here to be able to come back in this one.
Under 5 to play. Opening half. First matchup of 2 on the year between Legacy and Minot. These teams will match up in the last game of the regular season before the WDA tournament. Deep shot from Varney, just off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Falkley, and now the floor is run up here by Selensky.
Great skip.
Sabres go inside now to Falkley. Turnaround, jump shot, Falkley. Yeah, that's smooth. Falkley showing why she's a D1 commit.
Yeah, really good possession there. Skipped it from one side to the other. Another long pass, and as soon as they caught that one on the top, they looked right to the low post, and Falkley had great position. So good job from the Sabres there, running a little bit of offense and getting the ball moving.
How about Ariana Rude? The 5'2 junior came flying in to take that rebound away from the much taller 6'2 Marley Falcon.
Yeah, no doubt. She's just playing hard. That's her second big offensive rebound. She's playing really hard, and you don't expect anything less out of Ariana.
Varney inside, Lily Bell stops, jumps, falls in. Lily's got 2 more.
Yeah, starting to add up for her. 12 points here in the first half. Hasn't been able to stretch it from the 3, but is getting it done around the rim.
It's bad news for Legacy because once she gets going from downtown, it's almost lights out, it seems.
She's going to make a 3 eventually, and when she has the whole package going, she's pretty much unstoppable.
Nice give and go underneath the rack. The bunny was just off the mark from Holler. And guess who? Ariana Rude. The leak out. Got it off to Lily Bell. Lily traveled on the play.
Yeah. Just kind of didn't catch it cleanly and was able to get the 1, 2, 3 down.
Let's walk us through here Joe. Walk us through this here on
1, 2. When she caught it, she didn't have her pivot down yet. So, yeah, just didn't have all of her feet in order. And third step came down there and a little awkward and easy travel call.
Falkley off the window.
Really good job of going right at Falkley, right at Aberley there with Lily Bell on the bench for a little bit of a breather. Good coaching there, good recognition of who was on the floor.
Varney up top. Delivers back up to Barch downtown, no good. Comes to Ariana Rude, another rebound for Ariana.
This right now has been kind of rinse repeat for Minot High. They are dominating the boards, and it's not necessarily Lily Bell, it's more the guards getting it done.
Rude from downtown, no.
Knutson now. Just a really good job of Minot High guards being persistent to the basketball.
On the drive, Varney finds wide open Aberley, and Aberley puts it up off the window and in.
Yeah, another good play there. Off an offensive rebound, able to drive it right down the lane. Saw that Aberley was to her right, drew Falkley, and bounced a nice little pass to her for the easy layup.
Minot's got Legacy doubled up on the BNC Bank scoreboard, 29-14. Jump shot from deep.
There we go.
Selensky with the first 3-pointer in tonight's ball game for the Sabres.
Yeah, see if that kind of gives the girls a little bit of confidence, see if they can't get that look again, make another one, and all of a sudden you have to do a lot of different things.
Legal screen on Aberley. Is that what that was?
Yeah, called a legal screen there. Just said Sydney wasn't there, and the guard moved before Sydney got there, and so moving legal screen.
Tossed into play. Here come the Sabres with 95 seconds left of the first half. Down to the baseline, sent over to Falcon on the far wing. Couldn't corral it in. Ball's out of play.
Too bad. Another turnover. That was a possession they could cut it to 10. And again, just another turnover that's been the plague of this Legacy Sabre team tonight. And there we go. Reset the shot clock. Been the plague of the Legacy Sabres so far tonight is just not getting shots on the glass. Just turnover after turnover.
Falcon with the attempt there. Got the hand in the way of the pass. Minot gets the ball back. Big thanks to Prestwich Orthodontics, 0% financing and free consultations online or in the office. MinotBraces.com. Find them in the Magic City. 80 seconds now to play in the opening half. Ball comes away here to Aberley. Somehow puts it up off the window and in.
Yeah, nice take for Sydney. That's her back-to-back buckets for her. Getting some scoring out of her while Lily Burrell's taking a break. Nice job from her and the team to get the ball inside.
Foul away from the basketball. This one's going to be called on Falcon, I do believe. It is. That's the second on Falcon. Minot gets the ball back. First half of play has a minute left. Rude drops it off to Eberle. Far side down to Vardy. Bounces it back away here to Deshaw. Goes back up top to Rude. Now Knutson. Knutson swings it back away into the hands of Deshaw. Deshaw puts up the shot. Oh, gets it to fall. And Everett Deshaw again. What a night for her.
Yeah, double digits. She's got 11 points. She had the first 7 of the game, and now adding another one there for 11 on the night. Just really nice attack. Minot High not skipping a beat with Lily Bell on the bench.
Nice play here from the Sabres with the left hand. Too strong on the finish attempt there. It was a nice play for Gracie Watson, but the freshman couldn't get it to fall. Shot clock is off. Joe Minot looks for the final points of the opening half of basketball.
Running a little action here. They got man-to-man without Lily Bell in the game.
Take away Sabres. They bring it back to the other end of the floor. Whitney Welk on the drive. Welk puts up the shot. No good. Minot one more chance. And Eberle will just hold it. One half complete here at Legacy High School Gymnasium. Minot High's got a 33-17 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Magic Towing halftime report comes up next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Up top, sends it over Strand, back to Morelli. Morelli trying to spin out. Dickinson is going to win the WDA title if they can hang on. They have done it. Oh my goodness. The Midgets are WDA champions.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business.
Tonight's game on the PSP Network brought to you by Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad you did. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing. They bring you tonight's halftime, where Minot High School leads Legacy 33-17. Nick Holbert, Joe Cattell on the call. By the way, mention PSP Network when you need a tow. And Magic Towing will take $20, make it $50 off on the tow at Magic Towing. Joe, your thoughts on that first half of basketball? Minot High had a dominating performance in the first half, but maybe so a lot to do probably with the fact that Legacy had quite a bit of turnovers.
Yeah, a lot of them were unforced too, just bobbling passes, throwing the ball out of bounds, a couple of moving screen, some things that probably weren't in the game plan for Coach Petrick. It wasn't like they were getting pressured. It wasn't like it was a full court trap or anything like that. It was more basically just, unforced errors that really hurt Legacy. But I will say, give Minot High a ton of credit, because the biggest difference, other than the turnovers, was Minot High's just persistence from their guards and offensive rebounding. They did a really good job and just outworked the Legacy Sabres to get the offensive rebound and to get extra possessions.
Game Rewind brought to you by our friends at DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory online. Ryan Family Dealerships at DriveRyan.com. First half numbers coming your way as we look at these highlights from the first half. Numbers brought to you by Drive Ryan as well. With those numbers, here's Mr. Joe Cattell.
Yeah, for the Legacy Sabres, they scored 17 points in the first half. They were led in scoring by Brooklyn Felkley's 8 points. Selensky had 3, and then 2 points apiece for Holler, 2 points for Falcon, and 2 points for Welk. So not a lot of scoring for the Sabres there in the first half. They had 1 3-pointer, 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and they trail by 16. The Minot High Midgets, they were led in scoring by the 12 points from the Lily Bell. She did not make a 3, but she was 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 11 points from Everett Deschamps. She hit the only 3-pointer for the Midgets. She also scored the first 7 points of the game. 4 points apiece for Aberly and Barch, and 2 points for Vardy for a total of 33 points. The Midgets made 1 3-pointer, like I said, Deschamps had at that. and they also got to the free throw line 11 times, making 10 of their attempts. So a much better offensive input, but it really had to do with a lot with the offensive rebounds that Minot High were able to gather, along with some unforced errors and turnovers, giving Legacy some extra possessions.
Those highlights brought to you by our friends again at Ryan Family Dealerships. Browse for massive inventory online, driveryan.com. Here's what those numbers look like on paper. Thank you, by the way, Joe. The glaring one to me is probably 10 of 11 from the Serve Pro free throw line compared to 0 for 2 for Minot High, but maybe even the bigger number, the 2 3-point shooting teams, especially Minot High, only with one aside in that first half of basketball.
Yeah, definitely shocked. I know Legacy obviously is very good. The zone, they have long players, so it's hard to shoot over long players in the zone. So it definitely changes the way you shoot the ball in a zone. So definitely their defensive numbers is proving solid as far as being able to guard the three. I think they come in on the year, only giving up 28% from the three. So that number's been very accurate today. But the glaring number is just the rebound factor. Minot High's done a good job of getting the ball inside on offensive rebound and picking up fouls. Lily Bell's been there 4 times. There was a foul on a 3-point shooter that's kind of an unnecessary foul. So just some unforced characteristic errors right now for Legacy as far as just cleaning up the rebounding, cleaning up the turnovers, and we'll see if Coach Petrick got their attention at halftime to see if they can't make a charge here to start the second half.
Any major adjustments for Minot High School in the second half in your mind?
I really loved when they were moving without the ball, like when Lily was going, basically corner to corner, block to block on the low post. Got to get the ball in the high post and got to find her down low. She did a really good job of moving without it, and I would just continue doing that and stretching that defense out to the corner.
Time for our second half of hoops here on the PSP Network. Second half brought to you by our friends at Minot State University. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. We also want to thank our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to sell your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Ball comes back away here to the Sabres up top. Deep three off the mark, comes away now to Lily Bell. And Bell's got the basketball here.
A good look there from Falcon, just not able to get his drop. Minot High came out in man-to-man to start the half. Legacy still on their defense. Me and Coach Schwartz must be on the same page. Ball in the high post, right to the low post on Lily Bell there.
Up top it comes to the shot. She's got Minot High's lone three. That one off the side of the rim. Tracks down her own rebound. Goes back inside to Lily Bell. Now Lily to the rack. Puts it up and in. Lily's got the first 2 points in the second half.
Yeah, really, really good first possession for Minot High. They had a plan. Got the ball in the high post. Got the ball down to the low post from the high post. And then just attacked. And really nice execution there for the Minot High Jets.
Do you remember last year at the WDA tournament when you bet me that I couldn't make a 3-pointer at the event center? Or that I'd go 2 for 10, maybe?
Didn't I win that bet?
Yeah, well, you won it in dominating fashion. I just wanted to let you know that I worked all summer on it.
Did you?
I'm ready to go double or nothing.
We're going to try that again. The shot clock violation. Another turnover for the Sabres.
Minot High gets the ball back. Knudsen will inbound it here. Stingy defense from the Majets. Well, when you hold your opponents on average to 46 points per night, you're scoring nearly 80. Obviously, the defensive side of the game really hasn't been a big issue for Minot High School.
No, they got good length. They got active guards, and they're able to get after people. And, they do a really good job on the defensive end, and you can tell they really work on that quite a bit. And you got Lily Bell to correct any mistakes on the interior.
Welk will push the basketball up the floor. The boys will play next. Number 2 Minot High against Legacy, who slips out of the media poll. They've been there pretty much all year long. Belkley had it inside, stripped away. Lily Bell's got it here. Parker Falcon 4 points away from 1,000 in his high school career at Legacy. I'm almost willing to bet we'll see a 1,000-point breaking tonight as Lily Bell turns around and scores. Speaking of 1,000, Lily motoring the all-time leading scorer at Minot High School, adds 2 more to her resume. She now has 16 in the ballgame.
Yeah, really focused effort right now from Minot High to get the ball inside to Lily, because there's no answer in that zone for Lily Bell right now.
Welk on the drive. Waits, she traveled.
And another turnover, second one in the first half, the second half here. Double-digit turnovers in the first half. Now 2 of the first 4 possessions in the second half, leading with turnovers.
Felkley checks out of the ball game here for Legacy. Full court pressure is on, and now across the line it comes for Bell, wide open. Aberle underneath the rack. Talk about breaking the press and doing it nicely. Aberle finished on the play.
Yeah, Aberle's been a recipient of 3 really nice passes for all 6 of her points today. Really done a good job of just running without the ball and making the plays when he gets the chance.
One more look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay as we go to a timeout, courtesy of First International Bank and Trust.
For a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Tonight's game on the PSP Network, proudly brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Let's take a look at the top producers inside of the WDA right now, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Again, Lily Bell, 26.8 points per game. Felkley with 19.2. Falcon with 17.3 on the year. 26.8 in girls high school basketball is quite a number, isn't it, Joe?
Oh, it's unreal. She's done an amazing job over her career and just continues to find ways to get better. And yeah, she's been fun to watch, and she's still got a year left here, and we'll be following her for a long time playing college and maybe beyond.
Walk off the mark, Aberle rebound. Pocket was picked. Nice heads-up play there from Gracie Watson on the hustle. Back to Walk. Sends it up top. Here's a jump shot from Watson. Drained it. First field goal of the ball game for Sammy Watson.
Yeah, nice shot there from Sammy. Just got to her spot and was able to knock it down, hold her follow through, and got her 2 points, and helps Legacy score their first bucket of the second half.
What do you think of Jason Shore's shirt on the bottom of your screen right there with the big?
He's had that one for a couple years now. It's everybody knows where he coaches, that's for sure.
Nothing like that Magi had, is
the
there?
The old Magi.
Welk into the paint. Taken away again. Ariana Rude carries it up the floor.
Ariana's been everywhere tonight. Offensive rebounding, getting steals. She hasn't scored yet, but she's definitely made an impact.
Uh-oh, Lily Bell heating up from downtown.
Only a matter of time before she catches one in transition and knocks it down. She's got 7 already in the half, 19 for the game. Looking pretty smooth right now for Minot High.
Nice feed inside off the window, Marley Falcon. Quiet 4 for Falcon.
Yeah, good job there of posting and getting the seal. Minot High defender was fronting her, no backside help, pretty easy.
Speaking of easy, Aberle underneath the rack puts it up and in.
Yeah, Aberle's held the ball for about 2 seconds on the 4 shots that she's made. Just great passing to her, able to execute and knock down the free throws or layups when she has a chance.
23-point lead for Minot High School, 44-21 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Corner pocket heating up. Right. Sammy Watson.
All right, we got some scoring now, a little offense. It was starting to get to be a defensive battle there for a minute, and we're starting to see some points go down.
Bell kicks it out. Comes over to Rude. Corner pocket to Shaw, uncontested, front of the rim. Scrum for the basketball. Ball comes back away to the Sabres. And now Falcon pushes it up the floor where she connects it down to the corner here with Whitney Welk. Welk moves it back up top. Off of Watson. On the drive, work back upstairs. This is a deep 3. Falcon, swoosh!
That's another 3-pointer for Legacy. Hopefully this can get them going a little bit. They're still trailing in the game and trailing in the half, but obviously the offense is starting to pick up a little bit for them.
Look at this deep 3, Joe.
Yeah. Great shot. Ready to get her feet set and just determined to knock down a shot and help her team.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
(44-26). Minot High's got the lead. Legacy and Falcon with a monster three-pointer trying to claw back into the ballgame. Can go without being said here, but a defensive stop is mandatory now for Legacy.
Yeah, a lot of them, right? A bunch in a row. They're obviously picking up the pressure a little bit, trying to set a full court press, see if they can't cause a couple turnovers on their own. Minot High's been breaking it pretty easily, though.
Around the horn they go again, but Jets with possession. Back over to Knutson, far side. Sissy Stavic into the ballgame for Minot High, wearing 22. Comes off to Vardy now, and Vardy dribbles through traffic. Root from the Serve Pro free throw line. Bouncing. Oh, just missed for Ariana Root. Sabres running good. A lot more motion and action here in the second half.
Yeah, definitely people moving up and down the floor a little bit faster. Ball's moving a little bit quicker. People are getting ready to shoot the basketball, and so just a little bit more focus on the offensive end.
Falcon count it, and they add one.
And it helps when one of your best players steps up and gets 7 of their first points in the second half, 7 of their first 11, and goes to the free throw line here. Definitely more aggression you're seeing out of Marley Falcon right now.
Falcon averaging 17 tonight, 34 three-pointers on the season, and Falcon held to just 1 field goal in the first half of basketball. She's certainly motoring a bit more here in the second half, trying to cut into this big Minot High lead that sits at 44-28. Misses on the Serve Pro stripe attempt there, however.
Legacy did a good job of cutting the lead with Lily Bell on the bench. Now can they cut the lead with her on the floor?
Vardy went after the basketball. She's fouled on the play. That brings the Minot High faithful to volume. Hard crash to the floor there. Lily Bell will inbound from Minot High School. 11:35 to play here in the second half. Lily, step through.
What a move. There was 2 shot fakes there, and I think she could have scored on the first one, but was able to sneak through and get an even easier look on the second one. Just a unbelievable footwork and ball skill there from Lily Bell.
Teachable, not teachable.
That stuff's teachable if you're willing to learn, and some of those things, you know, some people can't get to those spots and finish it, but definitely teachable if you're willing to learn. And she's obviously been coached really well by Coach Schwartz and her father, and she's got all the skill level, very similar to the Kinnebrew girls that played a couple years ago with their dad. You know, those guys, those girls just grow up in a gym with their dad and learn how to play, and you develop that ball skill and that footwork and the shooting touch and all those things. And definitely a credit to, you know, Coach Schwartz, of course, but also her father and all the time he's put in the gym with her.
9 of the second half here for Lily Bell, 21 in the ball game. Minot leads 46-28 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Now Lily with the basketball between the legs.
Wow.
Jump shot, bounces around, no good. Rebound, Aberly there to try to put it home. Rebound pulled away on the miss.
Really like the way Sydney Aberly's played, though. She's been aggressive on the rebounding. Obviously made most of her layups so far. Already has 8 points. Just done a really good job of guarding and being active on the offensive end.
Knutson with the basketball. Open look, put it up. Off the mark, ball's going to be punched out of there. It will be Minot High basketball. A little bit more of a track meet here in the second half than it was in the first.
Yeah, definitely.
Minot led at the break 33-17.
Yeah, and obviously Legacy scoring 17 points in the first half and already has 11 here in the 8th. So their scoring has picked up, which has just increased the momentum and the energy of this game.
Inside, post play for Lily. Oh, she was robbed on that one, in, then out.
Yeah, almost halfway down there. Good job by Felku cleaning up that board and securing it, making sure no one can get the offensive rebound.
Up top, basketball's worked here by the Sabres into the hands of Ava Lucas. Spins it over near side, Watson. Walk with the basketball. 7 on the shot clock. Working down is Watson. Now Falkley, double teamed inside. Lely blocked her. Ball goes out of play, but another block for Lely Bell here in this campaign.
Yeah, nice block from Lely there. Just great timing on there. Maybe a little bit of contact, but give the benefit of the doubt with the two best players in the state going at each other a little bit there.
A couple D1 players. 1 and 2 in the conference for points. How about the second half here for Sammy Watson?
Yeah, really good job there, catching it and getting up on the glass quick and swishing that little runner. Nice job from Watson. Good job of her just being more aggressive here to look to score.
Lead's cut down to 16. Minot turns it over. Legacy gets the ball back.
Yeah, same lead right now that we had at halftime, but Legacy's done a good job of punching back when Minot has scored and keeping this thing, you know, relatively close. Hopefully they can get a couple more stops here and cut this thing under 10 and give themselves a chance.
On the drive, Welk underneath there to try to clean it up with Sadie Holler, but it comes away to the Magents.
Yeah, another Aberly rebound there. Just an aggressive two-handed rebound. Stole that thing away from Holler and was able to finish the rebound and get it to her teammates.
Another turnover. Legacy forces here. They run it up the floor. Falcon way downtown. Swoosh!
Great transition play there. They had a runner running rim to rim with Holler. They had a deep corner opposite three. And then Falcon on the trail three knocks it down. Just a really good transition offense for Legacy.
Lely's got the answer from downtown.
She's already got 12 here in the second half, 24 for the game. Starting to heat up real fast for Lely Bell.
4 3-pointers here in the second half. Falcon has 2 of them. Lely's got the other 2 on opposite sides of the floor. Won it up 49-33.
Legacy just needs a little more movement without the ball. A lot of standing and watching right now.
Haberly takes it away and gives it off here to Barch, and Barch will carry it up across the timeline. Kinley Barch surveying here. 8:05 away from the end of this one tonight. In the first half where it started to where we've gotten here, it's certainly been amped up in the second half of basketball. Lely inside, making it look easy.
Yeah, Lely's defender fell down on the cut there, and easy pass, easy finish for Lely Bell. Might be the easiest one she has all year there. No defender near her when she was 2 feet from the rim.
14 of the second half for Lely Bell. She's got 26 of the ball game.
Yeah, so much for saying quiet night so far, right? There was a moment in this game when we actually said that out loud, and only a matter of time for her to get heated up.
Lely was held pretty quietly against Mandan to just 16 points in the showdown against the Mandan Braves, where Minot suffered their first loss of the year and ended a 16-game win streak.
Tough timeout there for Legacy because they only going to have 1 second on the shot clock coming out of that timeout. It's going to be a tough end out to draw up here, especially with Lely Bell and they're protecting the hoop.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Gives us an opportunity to congratulate Boston Cranston from Dickinson. He's our Planet Pizza PSP Network Player Performance of the Week winner. His performance against Minot High last week. Dickinson, the number 5 team in the WDA, took down number 1 in the state Minot on the back of Cranston's 30 on the night. Congratulations to that young man. He's a hooper boy.
Yeah, and that was a great win for Dickinson. I mean, they had a couple guys out sick that night, and you know, they've had some tough battles in Bismarck that they haven't been able to figure out a way to win, and then to go up to Minot and get that one, that was a credit to Coach Glauser getting his squad ready to go there, and Boston for showing up and getting the job done.
Ball's going to be tossed into play here by the Sabres. See that the WDA tournament's coming back to the PSP Network. It will be on PSP Network Plus, meaning you will need a subscription to watch those events. More information coming this week on our social media platforms. Deep 3 off the mark. That one missed from Barch. Comes back away to Whitney Welk, and she carries it up the floor. In transition come the Sabres. Little jump shot off the mark. Rebound. Holler puts it up off the window and in. And Holler's got 4 now in the ballgame.
Yeah, really good coast-to-coast possession there. Legacy did a great job playing defense, then great job getting the rebound, and then great job running down and in transition and finding a way to get a score. So all-around good play for Legacy on that last one.
Aberly goes to the rack. She's such an unsung hero type of player, isn't she?
She is, and she's stepping up. You know, that's the Crew Labore position. That's a Crew Labore starting spot, and Sydney's making it feel, as of tonight at least, that that she can fill that gap for the team and bring that toughness, bring that veteran leadership, and get the job done.
She averages 7.7 per game. She's got 10 in this ball game.
The next time you and I do a game together, I bet her average goes up. I think she'll have just a much bigger role in what they need to get done, and she's going to be a recipient of a lot of open passes and offensive rebounds because of all the attention Lily gets.
Well, you lose Carew Lamore, you lose Maggie Fricke, and collectively, those two young ladies from Minot High, Carew averaged 10 points per game. Maggie was averaging 21 per night. That's 31 points off your production list. It's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah, and I just feel like she's going to be just a benefactor. I mean, everybody knows who Barch and Eve Knutson are now. They definitely can throw it up there. DeShaw, she's going to have to step up her scoring too, but I think Sydney's going to really have an opportunity to increase her scoring production for sure.
Falcon was fouled on the way to the rack. Knutson got her. And Eve Knutson's going to be charged with her second personal. Third team foul up on High here in the second half of basketball as Falcon's at the stripe, connecting on her second toss from the serve pro line of the night. She's 1 for 2.
Yeah, really good second half so far, much more active. You said 13 points so far. There's 14, getting closer to her average. They need her scoring punch and her three-point shooting ability to keep this thing closer to get back into it for sure.
There you see Jim Petrick on your screen. 268 wins and 148 losses. Pretty strong resume.
It's pretty good. State championship in there.
He's been in the coaching game for 20 years, knows his way around the hardwood. Rude, downtown, no.
Spent his time at Shiloh Christian, his alma mater, prior to landing the Legacy job when Legacy opened up.
Falkley, turnaround, jump shot, no. Falcon, rebound, hound into the paint. Who do they get on this one? Foul's going to be on number 3. That's Eve Knutson. Back-to-back fouls on her. Eve's in foul trouble. That's number 3 on the Minot High junior.
Yeah, good job there by Marley again. Just being active around the glass, getting the ball, being strong, using her length, and getting herself back to the free throw line.
72% coming into the ball game here for the 6'2 sophomore Marley Falcon. She's made her last 3 of 4.
Yeah, 3 of 4, 75%, so that's good.
Where do you want that number to be if you're a coach? Obviously 100% is the no-brainer question. What are you not satisfied with?
Well, post player, it just depends, right? A bad free throw shooter, you want them over 70. A good free throw shooter, you want them over 85, 90. Point guards, you want them to make them all. Well, that's just kind of the rule. Like, especially in the games, they get fouled so much. You want them to be in the 90s if you can. It's hard to have a point guard in the game at the end of the game if they're not shooting in the high 80s, low 90s.
Young kids watching the ball game, what advice would you have on free throws? It's just the driveway hoops?
It's literally the easiest thing in the world to practice. Just build a routine and stick to it and shoot it the same way every time. And I've seen 110-year-old men on YouTube make 50 million in a row. You just got to shoot it the same way every time and put the time in. It's free. Don't need any help.
Lily Bell's got 2 more in the ball game. She's got the game high. She had 12 at the half, which was the high. She's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16 here in the second half. 28.
Falcon.
2 for Marley Falcon. Timeout on the floor. 4:45 to play here in regulation. Minot by 15 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
WDA basketball on the PSP Network. Proudly brought to you by our friends at the UPS store located on South Broadway in the Magic City. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store. They have P.O. boxes there as well for your mail needs. UPS store, proud to bring you North Dakota High School athletics on the PSP Network. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Follow us on all social media platforms. You'd be amazed at how far hitting that subscribe button or following us on social media goes in our mission of promoting local athletes in our great state. Lily Bell, 7 on the shot clock, turnaround, jump shot, pure.
Just a flick of the wrist for her at that high post. She shot that shot, a million shot, great touch. Nothing but the bottom of the net from Lily Bell late in the shot clock.
Another big night for Lily Bell. She's got a takeaway here. Lily will carry it across the floor, goes coast to coast, lays it up and in.
Yeah, mistake there for Legacy, turnover, and then they didn't get back. They tried to stop Lily at half court, and Lily just went around them and was able to get pretty much an uncontested layup.
Leads up to 19 for Minot High School. Foul on the play. It's going to be charged on Stevick. To the ServPro free throw line, Gracie Watson here for Legacy. 5'8" freshman off the mark. That held off the score sheet in the ball game here tonight. The average is just shy of 2 per game. She has hit 7 threes on the season. Gets that one to fall, however, and she checks out of the ball game.
And then the last chance here for Legacy to get a stop and build some momentum. See if they can do it. See if they can score off the block from Felkley here.
That helps with Felkley. Back up top. Falcon's got it now. And Falcon goes to her left. Dribbles back to the right. Taken away. Knutsen's going to pick it up. And Knutsen just slows up shop for Minot High as they take a little air out of the basketball here with 3:15 to play in regulation. Knutsen works it back up top. Stevick over to Rude. Around the horn they go with it. Here's Lily Bell on the drive. Lily to the rack. Puts it up and in.
Yeah, great take from Lily again from the left wing. Little jab fake, able to get all the way to the rim in about one dribble and long strider and gets it up on the glass uncontested for the layup. So again, a nice take from Minot High. Getting this thing to 20 with under 3 minutes to go. About to be 22. Yes, sir. Yeah, this one is on ice right now for the Minot High Jets.
Stevick puts it up and in, and Stevick's got her first points of the game. Lily Bell's got 22 in the second half. Stevick's got back-to-back field goals.
Looks like they're clearing the bench for the Sabres, and see the Jets will do the same, I'm sure.
Falcon deep. Haberly went up after it. Felkley gets it, delivers it through the cup. Her first field goal of the second half, first points of the second half.
Real quiet second half. She's got 10 for the game, but just hasn't been able to get her ground in the second half here.
Knutsen from deep. Falcon pulls it in. Under 2 to play in regulation. Minot High is going to improve to 11-1 on the year. Legacy's going to drop to 9-3. In the conference, Minot goes to 7-1. Legacy goes to 6-3. And a timeout called here by Jason Schwartz, the head coach of Minot High School. Have to be happy with a bounce back like this tonight. You lose to Mandan, who's a very talented basketball team, and obviously you're going to lose some. You can't win them all. It just doesn't always go that way. However, it's a lot more fun maybe when you do.
For sure.
But Tony Mueller said it best the other night that you learn so much more from a loss than you do from a win.
Yeah, especially a close loss. I was having this conversation the other day, about the Century Patriots boys. Would it be good for them to lose? As long as they lose the right way, as long as they lose playing hard, as long as they lose, making a couple mistakes that you can improve on for the next time. You don't ever want to get blown out and lose confidence and all those types of things, but I don't want anybody to lose. I think it'd be, those are always fun, but you don't ever want them to come in the semifinals of a state tournament like we saw a couple years ago either with the undefeated St. Patriots boys team. So losing can really be a good teacher for everybody as long as you handle it the right way.
Gracie Watson, first points from the field tonight. Up top to Shaw's got it off to Vardy. 90 seconds to play in regulation. Minot's up by 20, 65-45. Over to Vardy on the near wing. Down to the baseline. Passed it into Lily Bell. Lily puts up the shot, goes in, but they're going to say that the whistle blew before Lily delivered it through the cup.
Yeah, knocked her off her pivot a little bit and caused the foul. And you see a sub here. Lily's going to come on out.
Lily checks out of the ball game.
What a night for her. What a second half for her. Geez Louise, she had 11, 14, 18, 20. Is that right? My math correct on that? 10,
22.
16, 22 in the second half, 34 for the game. Is that what you have?
34 is what I have for Lily.
Louise. That is just a heck of an effort there in the second half for Lily getting to the 34 points when I think she only had 4 points going into the last 6 minutes of the first half.
Well, you talk about those top producers inside the state again. Lily Bell at the top of that list. I mean, my goodness, it just continues to stack up.
Definitely won the battle tonight against Falkley as far as just being able to get her own shots and score it.
Haller inside, worked it around the horn, comes back. The shot no good. Well, to play it goes, 45.8 to play here in this final half of basketball. The boys play next. Minot High Legacy matchup in the next contest here on the PSP Network. And I'm guessing that the next one could be worth the price of admission. It's number 4 against number 5 in the state. Number 4, number 5 in the WDA colliding here tonight. Minot High, the favorite, of course, being ranked number 2 in all the land. However, Legacy with Falcon, Rubidoux, and company. Horner against Winchesky, the storyline.
The Minot State boys.
And plot is thick tonight for the boys matchup.
Oh, yeah.
It's 14 seconds away. Stevick up top down to Barch. Little jump shot there, and it drops home. Kidley Barch. First bucket to the second half. Minot wins by a score of 67-47 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Joe Cattell's going down to the floor. He'll have a conversation with our MVP of the game and Jason Schwartz, the head coach of Minot High School. That will happen next here on the PSP Network. We'll actually just keep it right here inside of Legacy High School Gymnasium after Minot High gets the victory once again here tonight over the Legacy Sabres. Joe Cattell on the floor. He'll be ready in just a moment with Jason Schwartz. Looks like Joe's ready to go down. Let's go downstairs with Joe Cattell.
Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Perfect. Coach, obviously a nice win tonight. Your team really came out and played well. Tough loss the other night. Tell me what you saw out of your group today and how proud of their just comeback effort.
I think the most important thing is we talked about all good teams bounce back, and it was a tough one for us the other night, making some adjustments after losing Lamore. And so we're a little bit of a different team. It's going to take a little time to adjust, but man, what we did over the course of the last 2 days to tonight, I was just so proud of how we played defensively. We executed our assignments defensively. We played extremely hard. We rebounded the basketball. We got out and ran. All those little things are important to winning basketball. And so really proud of the girls and how they bounced back. That was the most important thing, bounce back.
Yeah, team sports is an emotional thing. There's highs and lows, and obviously losing a couple teammates now, obviously how the girls' mental state, how have you kind of approached that with them and got them through that part of it and just to work forward in the process of the season?
Well, just to let them know we're still a pretty good basketball team, and hey, it's an opportunity. Adversity equals opportunity. And we're faced with some adversity, but it also gives us an opportunity. And we talk a lot, no matter whether we have adversity or not, we talk about all the life lessons that you learn being on a team. You can't learn those things in the classroom. The classroom's for learning other things, but things you can't learn in the classroom that you can learn in life, your life lessons. Hey, this is one right here. You're dealt a couple of big blows to the gut losing Fricky and Lamore, and you know, what are you going to do? You're going to feel sorry for yourself, or you're going to do something about it? And what an opportunity the rest of these kids have now, and make the most of it. Right?
Yeah, one thing that I thought about this before this game was rebounding wise, and on paper you guys maybe should get out rebounded in this game, but actually putting Sydney into the starting lineup might improve, because she's such a good rebounder, especially offensive defensively. Talk about just her performance tonight. I'm going to interview her next, and I just thought the way she rebounded and competed, when, especially even when Lily was on the bench, it felt like you guys didn't skip a beat ever.
No, I thought her defense on Felkley was really good. Moved really well when the basketball moved, and she's just an energizer bunny. You see that out there, man. She doesn't get tired. She's going hard all the time, and she's not afraid to step in and take a charge and dive on the floor, and just does all the dirty work things that you need on your team, and that kind of gets contagious sometimes, and she leads us in all those little
There was a play she made over there where she saved it, and I don't think anybody thought she would, because everybody was watching, and was able to make the play. So, Coach, congrats on a great win. That's a good legacy team that you just beat, and looking forward to watching you more down the road. Awesome, man. Thank you. Come on over, Sydney. Sydney, I'm sure you expected us to interview Lily after 34 points, but I was talking with Nick on the air, and I thought your 10 points were so crucial. Your teammates were able to find you open, but more importantly, your defense was great tonight. You really rebounded well. You guys were awesome on the offensive rebounding end. Just talk a little bit about the mindset now. You as a starter, you know what you've gone through here in the last week and a half to figure out how to get yourself in your new role.
I mean, yeah, I've always been just like the kind of the teammate that does the dirty work. Is going to get the rebounds. Like all the games I'm rebounding, like that's my role in this team, and I know like losing Maggie and Carew especially is hard, and just coming into a role and filling it well.
Yeah, Coach said that you're the hustle player. You're the one that always makes the hard-working play. You're always flying around, diving on floors. Just talk about how important you feel like that is for the team, and just the energy that will bring to the squad.
I mean, it gets your team the possession back, so if you get, like, if the ball's going to go out of bounds and you get the ball back, it gives your team another chance to get another shot, so it just really gives energy to the team, and it's just one of those plays that's not really a stat, but is really important.
Give me one word how it feels to get this win, especially after the hard one 2 nights ago.
It feels awesome. It's awesome because that was a hard loss, especially after Carew. We had just one day to get Cece back in the lineup, and she did great that game, but it was just really hard for us, and just for one of our seniors to go down is really just heartbreaking, and it was just hard. But yeah, we came back really strong, and we really needed this win.
Awesome. Well, I think awesome's a good word. Yeah. Congrats on the win, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Job well done down there, partner, Joe Cattell. Job well done. As always, our MVP in the game, Sydney Aberlin. Brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. The pros in men's health. Find them at pros in men's hair, that is. Find them at Sport Clips in Minot and Bismarck. They do a fantastic job. At Sport Clips, they bring you the MVP of tonight's game. Well, the boys warm up, but we're still needing to put a cap on this one here. Plenty more to come on the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. When we come back to Bismarck, we'll break this one down. The Bajets over the Sabres, 67-47.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a Sport Clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads bring you tonight's postgame show, Planning Team Financial. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Find out more at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99, where team buses are always welcome. Shots Crossroads, also home of the famous banana cream pie. In my mind, that is some good stuff, man. Shots Crossroads. Nick Holberg alongside the former University of Barrie men's head basketball coach Joe Cattell. Dominating performance tonight for Minot High, wasn't it?
Yeah, especially in the first half, getting that 16-point lead with all caused by just more possessions, more offensive rebounds, equals more shot attempts, less turnovers, causing more turnovers by them. Gives you more shot attempts, just an absolutely dominating first half, and then second half was just the Lily Bell show. Every time Legacy tried to make a comeback, Lily had the answer to the test. So just a really nice game for the Midgets and to go forward from there.
34 on the night for Lily. She led the scoring. Do you have the stat line across the board for everybody else in the ball game?
Yeah, for the Legacy Sabres. They lost tonight by 20, 67-47. Marley Falcon led all scoring with 17. 15 of those coming in the second half. She had 2 3-pointers and was 3 for 5 from the free throw line. 10 points from Brooklyn Felkley. She had 10 points, 2 in the second half. There's 6 points from Sadie Holler, 6 points from Sammy Watson, 3 from Gracie Watson, 3 from Alexis Selensky, and 2 from Whitney Welk. Again, they made 3 3-pointers and were 4 for 8 from the free throw line. Trailed by 16 at half. Lost by 20 in the game. For the Minot High Midgets, they were led in scoring by the Miss Do Everything, Lily Bell, with 34 points. She had 12 in the first half. She had 22 in the second half, including 2 3-pointers. Everett Deshaw had 11 points. She did not score in the second half. Sydney Aberley had 4 points apiece for both Cece Stivic and Kinley Barch, and 2 points for Camden Vardy. They also made 3 3-pointers and were 10 for 11 from the free throw line. All 10 of those free throws were made in the first half. Minot Midgets roll on to a 20-point victory.
Thank you, partner. Time for our move of the game, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. Magic City Home Leisure brings you the move of the game. I've got a hot tub in the backyard these days.
Ooh, do you?
Courtesy of Magic City Home Leisure, and I'm telling you, my friend, you're on the fence.
Game changer.
It's time to pull the trigger on the hot tub.
I go to the Y right now, and I love the Y, but I wouldn't mind a little privacy in the hot tub too. Just be able to relax and, be with your thoughts and not have to worry about a bunch of other people in the hot tub that you don't know. So, yeah. I might have to give them a call.
Yeah, you should. Magic City Home Leisure or Spas Etc. down here in Bismarck, brother and sister company. Move of the game tonight. I don't know. For me, there's a million highlights you could pick, but I thought that the way Everett Deshaw came out and scored all the points except the 4 from Lily Bell when Minot High was up 13-0. I mean, my goodness, she came out on fire tonight, and it really kind of propelled Minot High in that first half. Without Deshaw getting 11 in the first portion of the ball game, wasn't really much of a ball game.
And we talked about it more on the Legacy end, but someone's got to make shots in order so they can't double Lily Bell all night, right? And so Everett was able to do that early, and which ended up freeing up Lily for the game when you have to concentrate on the shooters as well. So yeah, Everett Deshaw, I thought she came out with great energy there in the first half. She finished the half strong as well. Didn't have a lot of opportunities in the second half with Lily going crazy, but just a really nice performance for her for sure.
Move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. Find them in the Magic City. They've got over 200 Google reviews, all 5 out of 5 stars on
That's
Google
pretty good.
reviews. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Pretty impressive stuff. Well, the boys game comes up next. What can we expect coming up in the boys matchup?
Well, before the boys game, I have to ask a favor from you.
What is it?
I need you to cut out that quote about team from Schwartz, and you need to post that on social media. Like, that is exactly why kids need to play team sports. How to get through adversity, how to be a team, how to, still care about your players, but, you got to move forward and get better. A new opportunity for you, leadership. Like, just money quote. Like, that thing will go, I bet you that thing goes, what is it, viral? Is it called viral, right? I just think you turn that thing up as loud as you can and listen to from the rooftops, because Coach Schwartz couldn't have been more on, hence why they win as many games as they do with the leadership that Minot Jets have. So kudos to Coach Schwartz and just his mentality and the culture he's built at Minot High for sure.
You watch by 5 p.m. Monday, it will be...
Just that little segment. I'm telling you, coaches will salivate over that quote. That's so good. It's so good.
Get ready. The boys game comes up next. The Minot girls take down Legacy by 20. Let's shift gears and go to the boys matchup. Number 2, Minot High. On the road tonight, taking on Legacy, who just dropped out of the media poll. Should be a good one coming up next here on the PSP Network.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous addition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Look at that hole open up. Oh, Ziska's going to cut free. He's over the 30. Rush the puck. Here comes Free. He fires. Same play. Conklin with the slam on the channel.
We turn our attention to the boys matchup. Minot High School, Bismarck Legacy. 8-3 for the Sabres, 9-2 for the Magi. Welcome into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's quick, it's convenient. It's about a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. I had mine done the other day. South Minot, I'm telling you, it's where it's at. They don't have time to waste, and neither do you. They make it happen quick. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Find them online, VIOC.com. Welcome into our pregame show, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Minot High School, number 2 team in all the land. However, that record that was just about perfect, blemished with 2 losses. They've gone 3-2 in their last 5. They lost to Dickinson last week and Century. Century beat them 75-72. Dickinson beat them 86-83. Legacy, on the other hand, well, they come in with a win over Williston, but a loss against Mandan and a loss against Century. In their last 5, they also lost to Bismarck High. Those 3 losses on the year. This is a matchup tonight between 2 basketball teams that have quite a bit of talent. Minot High favored in this showdown. However, Legacy on their home floor is tough to play at 5-1. I'm Nick Holbrook, joined tonight by Mr. Joe Cattell on the call, the former University of Mary men's head basketball coach. Joe, great to work with you again. We get reunited.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, I love it. It's always a...
I'm a little mad that you grew your goatee back. I thought we were going to go mustaches today.
I like the mustache.
I only did this because I thought you were going to do it.
I had it.
I saw it last week, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to shave mine for this performance tonight so we can have the Mustache Brothers.
We should have communicated a little bit better.
I was surprising you with it. That was supposed to be your little surprise.
Well, it looks great. What you've got going on there is prime time. And speaking of prime time, how about Parker Falcon on the year? This young man has been sensational. He is on his way to 1,000 career points. He's only 4 points away right now, Joe, coming in to the ball game tonight. The MSU commit. When you have that on your radar, knowing that it's right there in front of you, it's one of those things. It's almost at this point they just got to get that 4 points so we can move on.
It's nice that it's only 4 points because it should happen. It should happen relatively early in the first half, then you don't have to worry about it again. Parker's going to score 4 points sometime this year, and it's going to be tonight. I mean, he's gonna figure out a way to get that, and so it's probably not even a worry of anybody's tonight, just because it is such a short number to get to, and so I have full faith that Parker will see that number crash here in the first half.
6'5" senior for Legacy is one of the best inside of the state of North Dakota. Looking at the top producers inside the WDA when it comes to point production, well, there's a young man from Minot High on this list at the top. Peyton Shell, 25.5 points per game for him. Newman from Jamestown, number 2. Hudson Sheldon, what a freak he is. Number 3 inside the conference. Winchesky at 4. Parker Falcon at number 5. Kemple from Century. Cranston from Dickinson. Andre Austin from Bismarck High. Gibby Crenebrew from Century. And then Benning round out the top 10. Minot High's got point production here. Yeah. Peyton Shell's really been special, hasn't he?
Peyton Shell's a special basketball player. I mean, I might be Peyton Shell's number 1 fan. I'm a huge Peyton Shell fan. I think he can do so many things. And you asked me earlier, what do you want? Speed, length, height. You want Peyton Shell. He's got it all. Like, you want the guy that has a quick first step, that can scratch his knees without bending down. He can probably scratch his ankle without bending down. He's so long. And he's got a good 6'2", 6'3" frame to him that he can guard on the perimeter. And he's only gotten better every year from Minot High. So, yeah, a huge Peyton Shell fan. And then you add Winchesky to that mix, and you got just a heck of a backcourt that scores a lot of points and creates for others and really can guard and do so many different things on the basketball floor.
What's interesting about Shell in my mind is that his length inside on the post play and how he can be so good inside. But look, he's also leading the WDA in 3 percentage right 100%. Now. Coming in, he's got 35 threes. And then you've got the slasher Winchesky who goes into the paint and crash bang boom. He also buries it from downtown. Those 2 young men from the 3-land have been good on the year.
Yeah, when you saw Shell in the past, I never knew if he was going to get strong enough or thick enough to be a post presence, but he has definitely done that. He's worked in the offseason of just developing his body and getting stronger, and he's been able now to go miss around in the post a little bit and do some things. So yeah, just a tremendous matchup we have tonight with Falcon and Robidoux and Mr. Winchesky and Mr. Shell. So it should be just a heck of a basketball game. Not to mention both coaches used to be college roommates and Minot State Beavers themselves. So just to add a little bit of more drama to the mix, we got a good little internal rivalry there between the 2 coaches.
Well, this rivalry has been dominated by Minot High School all time.
Yeah, don't show that to Horner.
24 meetings. The Magi have won 22 of them compared to Legacy winning just 2. Minot's on an 11-game win streak. And the Magi have never lost in this venue, Joe, since Legacy became a program and the school was created just 11 years ago. When Minot High has been that dominant in this series, it's only a matter of time before Legacy gets one. What does it take tonight for them to do that?
Well, they're going to need a great performance from, all 5 guys that are on the floor at any given time for Legacy. If you're going to be the underdog, you got to be able to have one of those outstanding performances that you can lean on for the rest of the year. And they got the talent to do it. They got the talent to do it for sure. They got guard play. I mean, we all saw Brody Weigel last year have a tremendous WDA tournament, and he's a guy that can step up tonight and do some things. Robidoux has been tremendous this year. Micaiah Berryhill has a high skill level. Parker Falcon, obviously, and you just never know who else can step up for you. Those other guys are always the ones that help you get those upset victories.
Starting lineups taking place inside of Legacy High School Gymnasium. Here's your standings inside the West Region and the EDC coming into tonight. Century at 1, Minot at number 2. And this is a big matchup here for Legacy. Clawing and scratching right now at the number 4-5 spot, but keep in mind, Minot 6-2, Mandan 6-2, Bismarck 6-2, Legacy at 5-3. This is a big ball game for the standings tonight.
100%. Legacy's trying to hang on there in that third, 4th and 5th area. They're going to need to get one of those upset wins. Dickinson was already able to get one of those upset wins, so you gotta be able to kind of hold serve here and win on your home court and figure out a way to stay up on that top half of the standings.
Opening tap tonight brought to you by Andrew Goodmanson at 701 Realty. Find them online, 701realty.com. If you're buying or selling a home, 701 Realty can help you every step of the way. 701 Realty brings you the opening tip tonight, and Andrew Goodmanson. Legacy's in white, Minot High is in maroon. We are officially underway from Legacy for a matchup with number 2 Minot High. No longer receiving votes, Legacy, but it could be a good one tonight in WDA play. Nick Holmberg, Joe Cattell on the call. Nothing like Friday night hoops in the WDA.
It's awesome, and there's a lot of people watching basketball right now. A ton of people here, and I hear it's a packed house over at Bismarck High too. So great community to watch hoops in Bismarck tonight for sure.
Rubidoux had the rebound, but it's Wincheski away with it. Now Schaefer with the basketball. Schaefer over to the far side. Thinking about uncorking was Cale Workman. Driving to the rack. Workman puts it up off the window and scores.
Yeah, good take. Good skip pass there in transition. Cale Workman with the shot fake and just snakes his way to the rim for the easy right-handed layup. Ooh, unforced turnover there by the Sabres.
Tonight's ballgame on the PSP Network brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State. MSU grads get jobs, period. 2-0 Minot High with the early lead. Cale Workman placing Fisher Johnson, who went down inside a Minot North Gymnasium in the first ever matchup between the Sentinels and the Magi. No word on if Johnson will be back. Hoping for the best for him. Workman wide open. 3-land off the mark. Shell scrubbing for the rebound. Gets it. Shell goes inside. He traveled on the play.
Yeah, good rebound there by Shell. Just no box. I was able to get to his length of the basketball, but wasn't able to keep his feet and ended up turning it over. Legacy is not afraid to leave. I'm sorry. Yeah, Workman open. I was expecting Gunville to start. My fault. To leave Workman open right now. He's got 2 good looks.
Rubidoux goes inside, lays it off the window and in.
Great take from Rubidoux, just working his way to his left hand, being physical in there and able to get an easy layup.
It's going to be a foul on the play. Another look at Rubidoux's first points of tonight's ballgame on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. This young man emerged at the state tournament at the Shack in Fargo. We had the call of it a couple years ago, and Rubidoux is really kind of coming to his own, the 6'8" junior that can play center or forward here for the Legacy Sabres. Here's Wincheski. Puts up a shot, traveled,
yeah. Pivot foot slip there, trying to just get a little bit more space so you can get a layup off or make a pass, and trying to drug that pivot foot a little bit. Second turnover of the games for the Minot High Magi.
Wincheski, the 2-time All-West Region, All-State selection. Off to play at Dickinson State. There goes Parker Falcon. Up off the window and in, and Falcon 2 away from 1,000.
Yeah, great job there from Parker Falcon. Did a great job of just creating some space. Quick first step to the right hand, and the gates open for him. Easy layup.
Grayson Schaefer inside, left hand finish for Schaefer, put it off the window.
Yeah, that's not the matchup that Legacy wants in the post.
Here come the Sabres with the basketball. Weigel up top with it. Now Falcon. Falcon dropped down. Work to Robidoux. Now Robidoux dribbles inside. Met by Bedell. Nice play there. Robidoux kicks it upstairs and it goes around the horn. Weigel downtown on corks. No rebound. Workman went up after it and pulled it in. Now Schaefer kicks it out to Shell. Shell down to the block. Kicks it back upstairs. Workman for three off the front of the rim. Back and forth we go here in this ball game. It's going to be tossed away over the head there of Jack Juleson. And Minot High gets the ball back. By the way, quick look at our media poll inside of our state of North Dakota, presented by Jerome's Collision Center. Century receiving all of the first place votes, 15 of them. Minot, Davies, Mandan, Horace, and Bismarck High back into receiving votes this week. Any big surprises there?
No, I think it's kind of going to chalk right now. Good back screen there from Magi getting Winchesky a wide open layup. Really good ball movement. A lot of good actions right now for Legacy and Minot High, moving without the ball.
Sabres with possession upstairs. Jack Juleson with it. Kicked it back away into the hand here. Barry Hill. Round it comes into the hands of Bergrud. Weigel finds Falcon. Thought about a deep three. 8 on the shot clock. Weigel now on the drive. Jump shot. Pierre dropped in.
Great take there from Weigel. A lot of good movement there. Guys driving in there, kicking, driving in there, kicking. Oh, Brody Weigel's going to take the charge. Good play.
Winchesky went to the rack. Weigel inside the arc, making the play. Outside the arc, making the play.
Yeah, back-to-back plays there from Brody Weigel, doing a good job of getting outside the arc, taking the charge on Winchesky with his head down, driving to the hoop. Again, just back-to-back plays from Weigel there. Good momentum builders for the Sabres.
Ball inbounded here. We're tied at 6 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Back away it comes. Weigel, far side, west guard. Weigel again, delivers off down to Ruff. Braxton Ruff with the basketball. Bergrud. Weigel again, looking for the set they want here. Are the Sabres turnaround jump shot. That one rolls up, but not in.
Yeah, good defense there by Winchesky, not giving Weigel any room, forcing him to fade away on that shot, forcing the shot to come up a little short.
Peyton Shell right to the rack. Averages 24 per night, leading the WDA, and he floats in his first field goal.
Yeah, good take there from Peyton Shell. 4 different players now from Minot High have scored a bucket. 3 different players for Legacy. So the ball's really moving, not sticky at all tonight. Ball's moving, finding different players.
Down to the baseline, work back away from Ruff around. Falcon has it here. Hits it into the hands now of Westgard. Swings it back out far side. Rim did that out there for Ruff. Rebound pulled away, but Minot High is going to take it away now as Shell goes coast to coast. Shell tried to put up a shot, but Parker Falcon was there, got the arm in the way, but it might be Ruff that's rung up with the foul, and it is Braxton Ruff, first foul.
Yeah, good take on that last play. A good skip from Parker Falcon to the opposite corner to Westgard. Westgard did a good job of finding an open shooter in the left side, just wasn't able to knock it down, and Minot High was off to the races in transition.
Well, Peyton Shell, the last guy you want at the line if you're the Legacy Sabres. Leading free throw getter from the Serve Pro free throw line. Shooting it right now at 82%. He's a baller, isn't he?
I think he's phenomenal. I think he's a really, really good player. And
D1 caliber in your mind?
Probably not a D1 player, just because he's just not 3 inches too short for that at his position. But as far as an NSIC player, I just don't have any doubt in my mind that he can play at the NSIC.
Dominates at that next level without a doubt. Around the horn it comes. Shell got a hand on it, poked it away, comes back into the hands here of Shepard off the mark. Shell comes away with the rebound, and now Shell brings it back across the floor. Shell down, dribbled it off his foot, and it will be Legacy basketball.
Yeah, even though we've gotten some good action here, we do have quite a few turnovers. 4 for Minot, 3 for Legacy. So definitely the turnovers are starting to add up for both teams here 6 minutes in. You can tell people just need to settle down a little bit and ease themselves into this game.
Parker Falcon checking back in here for Legacy. 2 points away from 1,000 in his career. Round the horn for the Sabres. Comes back up onto the hands here of Shepard. Falcon, deep 3, way downtown, rolled off the front of the rim. Cale Workman, back to Shell. He'll uncork from downtown, swoosh!
Yeah, good shot there. That range is definitely in his wheelhouse, able to knock it down from the college line.
Berryhill worked it up top. Berryhill will get it back here. And now Berryhill drives to the right. Spins it to the left. Comes back into the hands of Shepard. 8 on the shot clock. Shepard surveys. Falcon, deep 3. No good. Rebound taken away by the Magi. And again, out of there comes Mason Jensen.
Yeah, a couple tough shots now for Legacy. They haven't been able to get an easy one like they were earlier. Need to find the Robidoux again in the middle.
Guess who from the corner? Gunville. Downtown. Gunville's got his first field goal, and it's from 3-land.
Yeah, good and fine there. Just moving it out the basketball. Gunville buries it like we know he can.
Before anybody could say Charlie Brown at 16-6, Minot High's got the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Disaster. It's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Well, there you see Dean Winchesky, the head coach of the Magi. 17 years of the head coaching role, 2 state titles at Dickinson. He's got 4 more at Minot High School. Titles in 15, 16, and 17, and then the last came in 2022. Here's Falcon. Works it away to Berryhill. Downtown, Berryhill from downtown. You betcha.
Yeah, great find from Falcon, drawing 2 people, pivoting out of there, finding the opposite side. Berryhill ready to shoot and knocks it down. Good timeout. Way to come out of that timeout focused and ready to score.
18-3 of the year for Berryhill, by the way. That shot off the mark. Berryhill works it off to Weigel.
Love to see the ball get into Robidoux here. He's been out there a few possessions now in a row since coming back in the game and hasn't got a touch.
Taken away there by Carson Brecky for the Magi, off to Eric Winchesky. Dickinson State commit. Went upstairs into the hands of Workman. Back it comes. Jump shots off the mark from the elbow there. Just missing was Workman.
Workman's got quite a few good looks tonight. Hopefully he can start knocking those down if they're going to guard him that way.
Inside look there. Jack Juleson's first 2 points of tonight's game.
Yeah, great timeout from Coach Horner a couple possessions ago. They've been on a run since they've gotten that timeout and cut this lead back to 2.
He's at 10. It's an 8-0 run right now here for Legacy. And Robidoux will pick up the basketball where he goes back to Weigel. And they bring it across the floor. Under 10 to play. First half. Minot by 2 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, half-court possession here. Got to touch Falcons, got to touch Robidoux. Everything's good that's been happening when those 2 guys get a touch in the half court.
On the drive, down towards the rack. Somehow Jack Juleson finishes and puts it up and in.
Yeah, good take from Jack there, just finding a little bit of a gap. Robidoux was denied, Falcon was denied, and then he had one-on-one and was able to get all the way to the rim again.
Winchesky slashing towards the cup, but it's taken away. Sabres have possession again. They bring it back across with Juleson. And now there's going to be a timeout for blood here as Berryhill took one in the nose, it looks like, possibly. Is that what the call is there?
Yeah, he was hurt. Stopped the game to get him out of there. He was holding his nose. The last thing you want is a bloody nose on the court, and then it takes about 15 minutes to get all the blood off. So get him off before that thing starts rushing.
Falcon inbound the basketball. Got it off to Weigel.
Big opportunity here for the Sabres. See if they can't cut this thing down to nothing, to no lead or at least 1.
Weigel's got it here. Works it back Upstairs, Bergerud, spin move.
Travel.
Waits, and he carried the basketball.
Shuffled the puppies, as old Todd Dahmers would say. So when I was doing the BSN gear, I thought about doing everybody's line on t-shirts. Shuffle the puppies, and I was gonna have everybody give me a line, and I was gonna make t-shirts with their line on it.
I like that.
Maybe that'd be a merch store someday.
I think we should have the merch store. We could probably open that up. Let us know on our social media if you'd buy some PSP merch. Wincheski, deep off the mark, comes away to Bedell. Goes back upstairs, now Gunville across now to Schaefer. Wincheski on the drive. Wincheski puts up the shot, but the whistle blows beforehand, and there is a foul on the play. It's charged here on Jack Julson. Merchandise and Swag. Our Swag sponsor on the PSP network is BSN Sports. BSN creates exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. Custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches apparel to fan wear, branding, and more. They do it all. Contact your local BSN sales pro today. Big thanks to BSN for their continued support of our mission of promoting local athletes. Falcon sends it around. Now Weigel on the drive. Weigel goes in, puts up the shot. No good. Rebound crashing in. Nice play there. The hustle from Bergerud. Shot from the corner. No.
Good sweep. That's good basketball right there. 2 offensive rebounds. Bergerud gets the ball at the high post. Hard sweep to his right hand. And the Minot High defender was just a little too close and ended up fouling him. Good offensive possession so far for Legacy right here.
Landon Bedell charged with his first personal. And now Wincheski's going to pick up the foul as back-to-back fouls on the Magi.
That's going to be 2 on Eric, and that's kind of been Eric's Achilles heel this year. He's gotten those 2 early first fouls early in games, and then he's got to think about them the rest of the game, and just needs to figure out a way to get through this first 8-10 minutes without picking up 2 fouls.
Parker Falcon dishes off. Back underneath it comes now as it's worked here by the Sabres. Ball's up for grabs, comes into the hands of Ruff. Jump shot off the front of the rim. Legacy comes out of there with it with Westgard.
3rd offensive rebound of this possession. Give Gunville a lot of credit. He is not giving Parker Falcon any breathing room on the basketball floor right now.
Weigel had time and space. He delivers for his 4th point to the ballgame.
Yeah, good play there from Brody, but they're playing 4-on-4 right now because Parker Falcon is just taking his defender out into the lane, out past the volleyball line, and so it's just 4-on-4, and there's lots of driving lanes now for Legacy when it's that situation.
Legacy's a team that coming into the game scores 63 points per game on average. Minot High scoring 57 per average per night. I'm sorry, Minot High scoring 85 per average per night, and their opponents score 57. Shots off the mark, rebound pulled out of there. 2-point lead for the Magi. After the trip to the serve pro line, Falcon tosses it away.
Parker had him, but the guy moved at the last second, and Parker was already thrown into where he was, and forced another turnover there. That's the 5th turnover for the Legacy Sabres, both team with 5 turnovers.
Just about 11 minutes into this WDA showdown here this evening. Minot High with possession. Schaefer got it to Bedell, far side. Workman from 3 land off the mark. It hit the shot clock, so it's a dead ball.
Yeah, Workman's had some good looks. They're leaving him to double the post. They're leaving him to double the drive, and he hasn't been able to counter other than that first possession of the game.
There's Jason Horner on your screen. 11th year as the head coach. 5 years with Mandan, where he took the Braves to the 2009 state championship. Touchdown him and Dean Wincheski being college teammates at Minot State, playing for the Beavers. This ball might be an over and back. It is. Minot High gets the ball back.
Yeah. And right now, Johnny Robidoux been in the game now twice after getting subbed out just for a breather, and twice now he hasn't got touched the ball yet. He hasn't touched it since early in the first half in his first run. Got to find ways to see the post and touch the post. Good things are going to happen if he gets a touch.
Basketball is going to be tossed in. There's a foul on the Magi away from the bucket. It's on Landon Bedell.
Yeah, moving screen on the, trying to free up Shell on the bottom.
Second on Landon Bedell. Fourth team foul on Minot High School. 5 timeouts remaining for the Magi. 6.5 to play first half. Westgard's got it here. Round the horn it comes down to Braxton Ruff, right to the rack.
Oh, great take from Braxton Ruff there. Again, kind of a fake pass. He looked like he was going to reverse it. They went right back to the left hand, able to skip it on the glass with his right.
Gunville downtown, no. Gunville gets his own rebound. Off to Workman. Surveys, tried to dish to Shell. He gets it back up top, and it was almost taken away. Workman back over to Gunville. Inside, Schaefer. Grayson Schaefer up off the glass and in. He's got 4 in the ball game. The Magi have a 2-point lead again. Nice motion here from Minot High School.
Yeah, great hustle play there from Minot High, saving that ball around the half-court line, real close to over and back, able to get it to the corner into a diving Grayson Schaefer.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor. Magi by 2.
Frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Well, a giant thank you to Brett Mitchell and everybody here at Legacy High School, as always, for their hospitality and welcoming in PSP Network into the venue for tonight's matchup. This place is fantastic. We're going to have more coverage from here throughout the year, of course, and then the WDA tournaments come back to the PSP Network. WDA hockey, WDA basketball. We'll bring them to you on PSP Network Plus. It's where to watch WDA basketball and WDA hockey. We'll need a subscription in the postseason due to our agreement with the High School Activities Association. But we will be there bringing it to you live from the event center in the Mesa Arena, depending on what tournament, basketball or hockey. That's such a fun tournament, the Hoops one, isn't it?
It's great. I absolutely enjoy it. It's circled on the calendar every year. It's one of the more enjoyable things we get to do.
Gunville with the basketball.
You get exclusive for Newtown too for the regional playing game, the state playing games.
Those are at the Dome and beyond this year. Schaefer bangs from downtown.
They are at the Dome this year, huh?
A Region 3 is at the MSU Dome, and B Region 3 is at the Auditorium, I do believe.
Nice.
I could be wrong. Here's Falcon inside. Falcon went up. He tried. On the right hand, over to the left to spin it up and in. He's fouled on the play. Parker Falcon goes to the Serve Pro free throw line.
Nice job of Parker there, working his way, keeping being aggressive there, trying to get the layup and getting fouled and make sure to keep this thing a 1 or 2 possession game.
82% from the stripe for Parker Falcon. 1 for 1 from the Serve Pro line, and now Falcon is 1 point away from 1,000.
Yep. I think I saw Coach Horner signal to somebody that they're going to maybe just announce it, or I don't know if they'll stop the game, but they'll for sure announce it, I'm sure.
Falcon drops it in, and Parker Falcon has just reached 1,000 career points. Good for him.
Yeah, he's been a special player in this program, and good to see him get rewarded with that 1,000 point.
Grayson Schaefer had a chance, but he missed. Ball comes back away now. Here to Schaefer. The Magi have possession. That might be worthy of our move of the game tonight, getting to 1,000. Deep.
Peyton Shell. So smooth. He's catching shoots, hardly any extra motion there, and able to knock that down, stretch this thing back to a 6-point lead.
Second three-pointer of the ball game for Peyton Shell. He's got 10 in the ball game. Weigel blocked by Shell on the play. Then Schaefer trying to save it on the end line. Shell's going to be rung up with the foul here as he got together with Weigel. Under 4 to play here in this first half, 25-19. Minot High's got the lead.
Great defensive effort there. Parker Falcon saw about 3 bodies when he drove into the lane there. Found Brody Weigel wide open, but just an outstanding closeout to get a deflection on that ball and stop the three-pointer from even having a chance.
Minot High on their 5th road trip of the year here this evening. Easton Bergerud puts it in. That's his first points of the game.
Yeah, obviously Bergerud with the bucket, but if you watch that play, all attention was on Parker Falcon coming off that screen, opening a wide open slit for Bergerud to get a wide open layup. So nice play design there for the Legacy Sabres.
Around the horn it comes. Magi with possession. Work back underneath the rack, trying to go back over to Schaefer. That ball's going to be tossed away. And now it's the Sabres with possession. And Berryhill blocked away, comes back down to Schaefer.
Blocked to Shell. Shell saves it again, and just another good hustle play there for Peyton Shell.
Shell with the basketball up top, worked around here by the Magi. Little bunting from the far side. Mason Jensen drops it in.
Yeah, Mason Jensen there, recipient of the double team in the post. Cut from the backside instead of just staying at the three-point line, able to get an easy bucket.
Berryhill to Weigel. Westgard. Back to Falcon, way downtown, no.
Yeah, all of his threes have had to be super deep, and not that he can't make them, everything's been super hard for Parker right now. Obviously, Coach Winchesky's attention is focused highly on him.
Look at this play. Shell kicks it off far side, that one off the mark. Rebound pulled out of there by the Sabres and off with Westgard. It's carried by Legacy with 2.5 to play here in the first half. Falcon off the front of the rim again. Rebound pulled out. Bergerud turn around, rolling, just missed.
Yeah, had every opportunity to fall there, just wasn't able to get the wind to blow it in. Good play there by the Legacy Sabres, just unfortunate not to go down.
Brecky with the basketball, taken away by Weigel. Weigel brings it up the floor. Now Weigel one-on-one against Shell. Delivers outside. Westgard.
Big three-pointer. Good job, Brody Weigel's probably going to get a shot block there if he goes up with it. Westgard running in transition, getting his feet set inside out three. Easiest one in the game.
Grayson Schaefer delivers inside. Scoop to the rack. No, Falcon rebound.
One possession basketball game. Legacy's putting up a heck of a fight right now.
Parker Falcon off to play at Minot State University for the Beavers after this year.
I think Campbell will be an okay tag team there.
Travel the violation here on Berryhill. Minot High gets the ball back.
6th turnover in the game for Legacy. 8 for Minot High right now. Coach Winchesky seems to be pretty comfortable with Eric on the bench with 2 fouls, seeing if he can't let him play free here in the second half.
Gunville. Jensen, floater, dropped in. Mason Jensen's got 4 for the Magi.
Yeah, 2 big buckets from Jensen. The way they're guarding defensively, with a lot of attention on Shell. Someone else is going to be open. It was Workman early, now it's Jensen, and Jensen's been able to go 2 for 2.
Right to the rack, down Broadway, laying it up. Aiden Westgard's 5th point to the game with some razzle-dazzle.
Yeah, we talked about in the pregame, the others, right? Who's going to be the other person? We didn't really even say anything about Westgard. He's come back with 5 straight points here to keep this thing a 2-possession game.
For 3, off the mark there from Gunville. Ball's on the ground. Scrubbing forward for the Magi. Was number 21, I apologize. I need help for just a moment on 21 from Minot High School.
I think that's the freshman. That's the freshman that played against North. I don't know his name is. Owen had him on his list.
I'll get him for you in just 1 second, I promise you.
Owen had like the whole minor league roster on his list. He knew everybody.
Yeah, he had everybody from Jim Hill and Ramstead on that list as well. I'm sure of it. That shot from deep off the mark. Comes back away down to Gunville. Downtown, no. Berryhill pulls it out of there. Berryhill ends up on the ground. There's a foul on the play. Owen Patterson, of course, is who Joe's talking about, our colleague on the PSP network.
Award-winning Owen Patterson.
That young man, I'm telling you, he's 20 years old, and you better enjoy him while he's here because he's not going to be here forever. That's one of the best play-by-play talents in our state of North Dakota by a mile.
He's really, really talented. He's won an award this summer with the baseball, right?
Yeah, with the Northwoods League, the Hot Tots. I mean, his ability, I'm telling you, is something. I take a lot of pride in how much game prep I do and the work that goes into this. And that young man certainly is worthy of all the accolades that he gets. There's no flukes there. He is the real deal. Berryhill got them both at the stripe, and all of a sudden it's a one-point ball game, 28-29.
Minot probably hold here for one shot, try to keep a lead going into halftime, but definitely momentum's on Legacy side here, being able to fight the good fight this whole first half.
Taven Archer for the Magi wears number 21. Shell with 10 seconds to play in the opening half and a 1-point lead. Shell to the right, over to Archer now, and Archer,
what a pass.
Passes it inside, landed Bedell off the window and scores.
Yeah, great pass from that young man, knee to knee, wide open post player, good seal from Bedell, and Archer, great play from the freshman there to stretch the lead to 3.
PNC Bank scoreboard reached 31-28 Magi at the end of the first half. Let's go to our Magic Towing halftime report.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve. recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Magic Towing brings you the halftime report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad you did. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing. Proudly serving Western North Dakota. Magic Towing, where if you mention PSP Network, you'll save $50 on the tow. It's Magic Towing bringing you the halftime. 31-28. Minot's got the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It's Nick Holberg with Joe Cattell on the call from here at Legacy High School Gymnasium. Joe, your overall thoughts on that first half of basketball, the boys matchup?
Yeah, I love the fight from Legacy Sabres. Obviously, staying within this ball game, keeping it a one-possession game. It was 10 points there at one time. It really came back down, and coach called that timeout, settled the troops up, made some nice plays after the thing, kept it close. They got 8 different guys that have scored in this game so far, so the ball's really being shared. Ball's moving really well. They've made a couple big threes that they've needed at key times, and I think Minot High's doing a good job of just kind of weathering the storm right now, especially with Winchesky sitting out most of the end of that, all of the end of the second half there, probably the last 8 minutes.
Let's take a look at the game rewind, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. You saw that sign for 1,000 when we came back from the halftime break. That's because Parker Falcon reached number 1,000 here tonight. Congratulations to the Minot State Beaver commit. We'll watch the highlights, and Joe will have the numbers of the first half.
Yeah, 28 points scored from Legacy. They trailed by 3 points. They're led in scoring in the first half. Micaiah Berryhill had 5 points as well from Aiden Westgard. Those are back-to-back buckets from him. 4 points for Weigel, Juleson, and Parker Falcon. 2 apiece for Ruff, Bergrud, and Robidoux. They were 4 for 4 from the free throw line. They had 2 3-pointers. They turned the ball over 7 times and had 7 offensive rebounds there in the first half. The Minot High Magicians, they lead by 3 thanks in part to a Bedell layup at the end of the half with a nice assist from Archer. They are led in scoring by number 1, Peyton Shell. He has 11 points. He's hit 2 3-pointers and 3 for 4 from the free throw line. 7 points from Grayson Schaefer. He also has a 3-pointer. 3 points for Mr. Jalen Gunville, who has a 3 from the left corner. 2 from Bedell, 2 for Winchesky, and 2 for Workman. They were 3 for 4 from the free throw line. They knocked down 4 3-point buckets. They did have 8 turnovers and 8 turnovers and 5 rebounds there in the first half. Lead by 1 possession here in a very tight and fun battle so far at the Legacy Gymnasium,
Yeah.
the Jim Hausler Gymnasium.
Jim Hausler was actually reffing the ball game earlier.
He sure was.
Tonight.
I reffed with Jim the other night. It's not very often. I've reffed with Jim in this floor. It's not very often you ref with the guy that the floor is named after.
He got quite an ovation. He ended up on the hardwood tonight. He was okay.
He slipped?
It was a blooper. He was all right.
No.
But he got quite an ovation from it. Here's the numbers. Brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Joe had them for you. We saw the highlights. Any of these really stand off the paper to you, Joe?
I think the 8 turnovers, and I know that's not on there, but the 8 turnovers for Minot High is very uncharacteristic of them. I think that's probably something that is being addressed at halftime for Coach Winchesky. They need to get those possessions back. Also, giving up 7 offensive rebounds isn't very characteristic for them. They outsize pretty much at every possession, probably other than Parker Falcon. Legacy, and Legacy's just outworking them and getting to a couple extra boards here and there. So I think if they clean those two things up and then get Winchesky back on the floor and into a rhythm, they really never got into a rhythm in that first half. Get Winchesky into a rhythm and clean up the old rebounding, stop turning the ball over, and things should clean up for the Minot High Magi. But tip your hat to Legacy right now. They're playing a heck of a ball game, and they're here to battle. They're here to fight. They're not just here to participate.
Taking a look at the standings, brought to you by Trusted Tire right now inside of the WDA. Century, the only unbeaten team in North Dakota right now in AA basketball. They're number 1. They're playing Bismarck High tonight. We'll see if we can get you an update from the matchup that is on the PSP network. You can watch that one. Cole Higlin along with
Don't leave us.
Scott Woodmansey have the call. You can always watch it back tomorrow too, by the way. Do you have an update from the Carl Guard tonight?
Looking here. Early 19-18. Bismarck's up 19-18, 8 minutes left in the first. So
could be a slugfest tonight.
Yeah, a little early on that one still.
Well, we're just about 20 seconds away from the start of the second half. We'll come back with that next here on the PSP Network.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
Time for our second half of basketball on the PSP Network. If you're just joining us, Minot High is in maroon. Legacy is in white. Nick Holbert, Joe Cattell on the call here from Legacy High School gym. Nice feed underneath. Bedell from Shell. Landon Bedell's got the first 2 points of the second half.
Yeah, really good set coming out of the half. Couple screens, couple down screens, a shuffle screen. Able to find Shell in the post, and he is able to find a wide open Bedell. Back-to-back buckets Bedell's got from good assists from teammates.
Jump shot, Falcon, rebound, pulled away, Falcon's got it again. Ooh. Here's Parker Falcon with the basketball, worked it up to Brody Weigel. Taking over on the right side. Jason Horner right at the bottom of your screen, calling out the shots here for the Legacy Sabres. Berryhill into the hand here for Juleson. Back to Berryhill.
Whoa.
Launches it up, and Berryhill drops it in. That one didn't look like a normal one for him.
Yeah, that was like a James Harden type sweep and get the shot up, and shot clock was running down, and somebody had to make a play, and Micaiah definitely knocked that one down for his teammates. That was a great play from him.
Schaefer off to Gunville now, work to Winchesky. Bedell on the floor inside. Rubidoux takes it away, and big Rubidoux moves it off here to Weigel, and Legacy brings it back across the timeline. Berryhill with the basketball. Back to Weigel again. Now Parker Falcon guarded heavily in that first half by the Magi. That assignment certainly has been at the top of the list for the Magi in the game plan tonight. They executed well on that.
The guy guarding him has done a great job, and the help side defense has done a great job on slowing down Mr. Parker Falcon.
Schaefer back over to Gunville. Worked inside to Bedell. He gets it off away. Winchesky downtown. Betcha.
Bedell barely got that ball off before coming down on a travel, and Winchesky was wide open to knock down a shot and get himself into a little bit of rhythm.
Winchesky, first three-pointer of the ball game. He's had a quiet 5 in the showdown. A kid that averages 19 per night, but it's kind of been one of those games. It just seems like there has not been a whole lot of opportunity. The points have been on a premium in a sense.
Yeah, and they had the lead there the whole first half, so I'm sure Coach Winchesky saw how tight the game was, and he wanted to make sure that, Eric could play the second half without having to worry about fouls too much, and so he took advantage of having the lead and took advantage of Shell playing pretty well there, and just said, we're going to go in with a fresh 3 fouls that Eric can play with cleanly.
Jack Juleson from the ServPro free throw line, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians and advanced technology. And Juleson, 2 for 2 from the stripe.
Credit Legacy, man. Every time Minot throws a punch, they punch right back, and this thing's still a 3-point ball game, and both teams playing really well right now.
Winchesky works it back away, far side, Schaefer. Schaefer surveying up top. Now Wincheski on the drive. Stops, pops, puts it up front of the rim. Got his own rebound. Still scrumming for it. The Dickinson State commit up after it. Now it comes away here to Gunville off the mark. The lid is on the bucket for the Magi, and Weigel's away with the basketball.
Yeah, good hustle there from Brody Weigel. That ball was hard to collect from anybody else, and Brody just was determined to knock that one, get that one, and figure it out.
Ball's going to be taken here by the Sabres, and so will the timeout that's brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. First International Bank and Trust, founded in 1910 and growing to be banking giants across the United States. Built right here in North Dakota. FIVT.com. 3-point lead, Minot High School. Tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Call Dylan today, 222-2155, to make sure your furnace is running at the top of its game. Shells way deep. Rebound pulled away, Magi. And now it will be Minot High basketball here as that scrub for the ball ended up in the hand of Jack Juleson, but he carried the basketball.
He was just out of bounds. He was out of bounds. Didn't get himself back established before he gathered it.
Wincheski to inbound the ball here. Inside, Schaefer just couldn't finish at the rack. He had Bergrud right in his face. Comes back away to Berryhill. And Berryhill's up top with it. Moves it off into the hands of Juleson. Inside, Weigel around the horn. Three land, Bergrud.
Whoa. Great play from Weigel again. He hasn't scored a ton tonight, but boy, is he playing hard and creating for others. And that time, Bergrud was the recipient of the wide open left corner three and ties this basketball game up.
Shell inside, dances to the rack, puts it up and in. He's got 13 down the ball game.
Yeah, good answer there from Minot High. Shell on a curl, accepting the screen and curling it hard and getting a wide open layup.
Deep for Weigel. Oh, that's money from downtown for Brody Weigel.
We got a new leader here in the clubhouse right now with the Legacy Sabres taking their first lead of the second half.
Shell up top, Gunville trying to have the answer. Falcons got it here. Back over to Berryhill, and Berryhill's going to work it to Falcon around the horn. Weigel down to the corner, taken back towards the rack from Juleson. Now it comes to Gunville, and Gunville works it off to Shell, back to Gunville. Gunville puts it up. Travel, the violation called from the official up at the half-court line.
Yeah, he was, you got a replay of it? Oh, no.
Just the tail end of it.
Oh, gotcha. Coach Wincheski's a little confused of just who made the call, I'm thinking, but something was seen there.
39-38. Legacy's got the lead. They've got the ball here as well as they work it around down here to Westgard. Back upstairs into the hands now of Braxton Ruff. Deep three on its way. Shepard off the mark.
Shepard's got that range. He played in that Man-Dan tournament on the Legacy JV team, and he was able to make a lot of shots just like that.
Shot clock violation on Legacy. And there's some confusion here.
Yeah. When Reed Shepard shot that ball, it hit the rim. That wasn't 30 seconds ago.
Officials are going to come over to the head table and have a conversation here with the gentleman on the
shot clock.
There's so much more to it than people understand with the scoring table and the electronics and all that.
Yeah, when it hits that backboard, it resets the shot clock. So I'm thinking, so now they got to figure out how much time ran off and what should they put back on it. I'm guessing they're going to go 15, 20 seconds at the most.
Well, they could come to us. We'd have it for them.
Not legal in high school basketball yet.
No replay. 39-38 Legacy. Officials timeout.
Hi, Carson.
What's up, guys?
What you doing?
Just helping out with the local food drive, looking for some more donations. What are you guys up to?
We're helping too. Look what we collected.
Well done. That's the spirit.
That's because we're building character.
You guys are characters, all right.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Giving back to the community is one of the guiding principles at First Western Bank.
First Western. You can bank on us.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Well, the officials get it sorted out, it seems, here, Joe, as we go back to gameplay. Legacy's got themselves a 1-point lead. Make it 3 to the rack. Westgard.
Yeah, that's not going to make Coach Winchesky happy. He goes straight to the bench for a substitution. Westgard just got a wide open layup. No help side defense. Defenders just falling asleep there on that play.
Winchesky on the drive now, right to the rack. Eric Winchesky lays it up and in.
Good leadership there from Eric Winchesky, trying to stop the bleeding a little bit. Lost that 3-point lead and now trail by 1, and he was able to cut that thing back to 1.
Falcon works it around the horn, now to Shepard. Back over to the far side. Taking it handled by Bergerud. Legacy's played well tonight.
They really have, and the others have played really well. You know, they're really guarding Falcon, and other people have had to step up, and they have.
Winchesky, easy lay-in, back-to-back field goals for Eric Winchesky. Minot's got the lead back.
Yeah, 7 points already here in the second half for Winchesky, getting the lead back there. Just great leadership from the senior guard, the coach's kid. Now, must have been deflected. Just good leadership from him, getting back-to-back buckets and settling his team down.
19 state championships for Minot High basketball. Their last game in 2022, they've got region championships.
Oh, they did call that a turnover. They did say it was not deflected.
Thank you, partner. They've got region championships coming out their ears as well. They've got 20 of those to their name. Highest profile team in the state, more state titles and state tournament appearances than anybody else with 79. And those 19 titles. Next in line is Bismarck with 12. There's Shell to the rack, count the bucket and the foul.
Any shock that they lose the lead in the next 3 possessions? They go Winchesky, Shell. Just really good leadership out of them. Good coaching and getting the team settled down and figuring out a way to get this lead back to 3 and possibly 4 here if Peyton knocks down the free throw.
Nice finish from Peyton Shell, and he does convert on the old-fashioned 3-point play.
See if Legacy can answer now, too. Haven't seen Robo do much at all this game, other than a couple of possessions early in the game. Parker Falcon's been quiet. See if they can figure out a way to figure something out there.
Foul away from the basketball. And it's on Minot High School. I believe it's on Landon Bedell. It is. Good eye from John Samuelson running our camera here tonight. Nice job, Johnny. Big thanks to Anthony Venner for being here as well. Job well done, gentlemen. I bring up Minot High's track record, the pedigree that is Magi basketball, because not often do you see Minot High being ranked #1 in the state and then lose back-to-back games the way they did to Dickinson 86-83 and then Bismarck Century 75-72.
Yep.
And sometimes the response after that is really what makes or breaks you in a situation like this for Minot High.
That's where culture wins and guys just get tougher and they play harder and they've scored 3 possessions in a row and they've forced 3 turnovers in a row now in Legacy, really putting the pressure back on them to make plays now that they have a 4-point lead.
And Shell again goes inside and puts it up and in.
Winchesky, Shell. Now you have a 6-point lead. Legacy's turned it over 3 times in a row. Interesting to see here if they can respond and keep this thing the ball game that it's been so far.
Minot's next game after the back-to-back losses was against Mandan earlier on this week, and boy, did they take it to the Braves, 94-71. That game was over at half. In the paint, jump shot front of the rim. Weigel rebound, little floater. Weigel drops it home.
Weigel with another play. He's made a bunch here in the second half, and good play from him. Another offensive rebound for the Legacy Sabres. That's 9 on the game.
is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Tonight's game on the PSP Network brought to you by Planet Pizza, proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Planet Pizza. Top scorers in the West region. Peyton Shell, Eric Winchesky sit at number 1 and 4. And it's been their show in the last 5 or 6 possessions here for Minot High School.
Yeah, Peyton's got 7 here in the second half. Winchesky's got 7 in the second half. The last 4 possessions down the floor, since trailing by 3, have all been in their hands. They cut that thing, not only cut it, but they get the lead back and stretch it to a 4-point lead with the ball. So just a really good, focused offensive possessions by Minot High, getting the ball in their two stars' hands.
Now Gunville in the corner. Off to Grayson Schaefer. Gunville for 3. Swoosh!
Yeah, really good answer right now from Minot High. Weigel's trying to make plays for Legacy to keep him in it, and other players from Minot are just keep answering and keep punching back.
Leads up to 7 for the Magi. Jack Juleson back to Berryhill. To Rubidoux. Post play against Bedell. Rubidoux to the rack. Bedell right there. Rubidoux got the rebound. Then Schaefer touched it last. Ball goes on a play on Minot High School.
And one of the first touches Rubidou's had in a long time, and had a good look there, just wasn't able to finish it. I think they got to keep pounding it in there, see if they can't get to the free throw line a little bit, or see if they just can't get him layups.
UPS store brings you the ball game tonight, located on South Broadway in the Magic City. Open 6 days a week for your convenience. It's the UPS store. And our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics, 0% financing and free consultations online or in the office at Prestwich Orthodontics. Parker Falcon reached 1,000 tonight, trying to add 2 more to his resume. He's fouled on his way to the rack.
Yeah, good job. Just kind of just head down, ready to go, trying to make a play, trying to keep his team in this. He's seeing his counterparts in Shell Winchesky making plays. It was his turn to figure out a way to get a bucket or at least get to the free throw line, which he did.
4 points in the ball game for Parker Falcon. He now has 5, a kid that averages 18 per night. It's been a frustrating night for him.
Yeah, he's had players in his shorts all night. The only clean looks he's really had is from deep volleyball, college, deeper than college line type shots, which he does have the capability to make and just hasn't been able to get it. He's been working so hard to get there. He kind of doesn't have the legs to make them.
Front of the rim, back of the rim, backboard it in for Parker Falcon from the Serve Pro stripe.
Yeah, still within reach, obviously. Only a 5-point game here, a lot of time left. Under 10, ton of time.
Schaefer. Outlets now here to Shell, back to Schaefer. He's on the ground, Falcon with the basketball.
And second turnover of the half, only the second turnover of the half from Minot High. They've done a good job of cleaning up turnovers other than that one.
Oh, Bedell's got the block inside. Falcon's got it. Corner pocket 3. Nothing but net for Parker Falcon.
Yeah, great. No hesitation there from Parker. The block shot comes out to him. He had a little breathing room and was able to bury it from the right wing, the right corner.
Bedell up top with it. Take it on the drive. Archer up off the back of the glass.
Ball hasn't seen Shell or Peyton Shell or Winchesky since they came out of that timeout. Winchesky's sitting out right now. Or is he? No, he's out there, isn't he? No, he's out. Robidoux.
Second field goal of the ball game for the 6'8" big man for Legacy, and we're tied at 50 aside.
Yeah, definitely some different things happening right now, and a little bit went back in Legacy's favor. Ball needs to touch Peyton Shell's hands.
Magi with possession around the horn. They go again with it. Back to Peyton Shell. Patrick Shanahan out there as well for the Magi now, wearing number 42 for the Magi. Here comes Winchesky back into the ballgame.
Yeah, I need to get him back in, settle the troops a little bit, get your point guard back out there, had a great second half. Trust him here in these last 8 minutes and 11 seconds.
Shell tosses it in off to Wojcicki. That was shot off the glass, rolls around. Wojcicki, second opportunity, count the bucket, and he's fouled.
Yeah, great determination there. Gets the offensive rebound on his own miss, gets the putback, gets knocked in the head, goes to the free throw line to stretch this thing back to 3. Back and forth, back and forth. A lot of jabs and punches being thrown in this one right now.
Eric Wojcicki from the Serve Pro stripe, front of the rim. Rebound pulled out by Legacy. First opportunity from the stripe tonight for Wojcicki, one of the top slashers and dashers inside the WDA.
Yeah, he's done a really good job of being aggressive, playing with those 2 fouls, hasn't had another one. Now he can kind of loosen himself up a little bit, get a little more aggressive defensively. Just the stress of being in foul trouble is kind of, after you get past that 10-minute mark, it's kind of over with only 2.
Minot at 6-2 in the conference, not at 2 overall on the year. Sabres have 3 losses in WDA play at 5-3 in the league and 8-3 overall on the season. This is a deep 3 for the lead. No, Shell, another rebound. Eric Wojcicki looks outside. Bedell, far side. Man in his face, you betcha, dropped in. Mason Jensen bangs for 3.
Yeah, he's had a really good game, a meaningful game. They're leaving them to, leaving him in the corner. He's got 2 layups from the corner, driving from the corner or diving from the corner, now hits that 3. Good job from Jensen, just making plays when he gets the opportunity.
You hear the Minot High bench, they're all on their feet. Looking for a defensive stop for the Magi. Bedell reaches in on it. Ball's on the ground. Will we have a jump ball coming here? No, they're going to ring Landon Bedell up for his 3rd, or is that his 4th in the ball game?
I think he fouled a lot earlier than that, and they finally got him on the 3rd or 4th attempt to get that jump ball. Can't jump on top of a guy, can't reach through a guy. Good call there eventually. 4th foul on Bedell. Is that Bedell? Yeah, 4th foul on Bedell. That's a big deal. It's going to force them to force some other guys to step up and rebound for the Magi.
Might open things up for Rubinu inside as well when he comes back in. Oh, that could have been an over and back. The Minot High bench is livid. Here's a shot for 3, no good. Shell back out with the basketball. Right to the rack, trying for the reverse. There's Schaefer on the putback in for Grayson Schaefer.
Yeah, good play there. Obviously there was a little bit of some excitement there in half court. I don't think it was over and back. All 3 opponents have to get over. You got to get all back, and the ball was just being entered there. So I don't think it was. Didn't have a great look at it either because I wasn't really watching that spot. But good play from Minot High, just playing through that and getting themselves down and getting a layup and stretching this thing to 7.
Dean Wojcicki in the huddle with his Magi.
Yeah, troops are fired up right now. Minot High, see how they come out of this timeout here with some energy. Legacy needs an answer. They need an answer. There's not a lot of time left. I mean, plenty of time left, but they don't have time to give up any more, get this lead any bigger. They got to make their comeback now.
When you talk about Dean, he's in the conversation as one of the greatest all time.
For sure.
All the lights just went out in the gym.
Someone leaned on the light switch.
Whoops. That's one of those bloopers, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to give a little more time on the shot clock.
Peyton Shell's got blood on the Minot High bench as they
got to sub Peyton out there. He's got 20 seconds to get that cleaned up, or else then they have to sub.
Well, they go to work on him here. Now Shell comes back into the ball game.
Good job by the training crew there, getting them fixed up there in the time allotted by the referees.
Right on the right knee for Peyton Shell. leading point getter in the WDA per game.
If that, 20 years ago, if someone would have shut the lights off like that, it would have taken them about a half hour for them to come back on. Those old bulbs that had to flicker for a while, we'd be sitting here waiting.
Remember the glory days? In your college days coaching at Mary, what was the most unique gym you were ever in?
Unique? Have you ever been to the Corn Palace down in Dakota Wesleyan? The whole building's like got a corn outline and corn cobs. It's a big deal down there. Corn Palace is probably one of the more unique facilities. But we actually had this whole school. When I played at the Dome, Mary Minot State, we had the whole electrical system, all the clock, everything went out. And we played with a stopwatch for about 5 minutes in an NSIC basketball game. Perry Olson was monitoring his stopwatch as he was refereeing the game. It was one of the wilder things I've ever been a part of.
Should write a book someday, Joel, I'm telling you.
18 years of it. There's some stories now.
Nice job there from Peyton Shell. Threw it off of Falcon. Minot got the ball back. They've got possession here with under 6 to play in regulation. Number 2 team in the state is up by 7 as Winchesky to the rack. Count the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, good play there from Winchesky. Just a gutsy effort, determined effort to get all the way to the rim. Going to head to the free throw line again. He's already got 11 points in this half. Going to try to make it 12 and 14 for the game. So really has stepped up here. Legacy's fought back, but Winchesky just seems to keep having more and more left in the tank to figure it out.
Well, Eric Winchesky looking for the bucket here. Can he get it to fall? Yes, he can. Dropped in.
We're going to make you go viral, by the way, Coach Schwartz. We're making you go viral.
Love the speech after the ball game.
Your post-game speech, we're going to get that viral.
Falcon goes inside, delivers it off there to Bergrud, and Bergrud puts it off the window and in.
Nice Coach Schwartz come by and say hi and thank you for it to us. Always appreciate him.
I like him quite a bit. For 3, that one off the mark, rebound pulled out. Nice heads-up play there for Bergrud, got a handle on it.
Me and Coach Schwartz might have the biggest blooper of all time at the WDA a couple years ago, and I turned the mic on and I did the whole interview with the crowd yelling at me, "They can't hear you." So we did it again. We brought it back.
You know better than anybody these coaches, and it's high school sports, but the amount of scrutiny that those guys are under, the microscope all the time.
Oh, the stress. They're hometown celebrities, man.
The stress that is there is something unlike anything else. Dean Winchesky, one of them. And he hears about it.
Then throw your son in there as a senior too. Like you want him to succeed. You want the stress of coaching your kid. You want to win so bad with him, like all those things. But they all handle it with such grace and get the job done.
Job well done to all those individuals that guide these youngsters. There's Winchesky. Winchesky back over to Grayson Schaefer. Oh, he was hammered on the play.
Great cut from Schaefer. Good cut, fine from Winchesky. Hard foul by Berglund, but I don't think they're going to call intentional. I think he was going for the ball. It just was a lot harder than it needed to be.
Came over the top. Yeah, that was quite a hit on the back of Grayson Schaefer. Goes to the stripe for the first time tonight. Third pro free throw line of the year for Grayson Schaefer has been good for him. He's at 80% on the season. Yeah, the first one from Schaefer drops in. Talk about an unsung hero kind of guy. The 6'6" senior from Minot High has been a living highlight reel when it comes to the slam dunks. Bismarck High School leading Century 45-31.
Wow. They've had their number the last couple of years. See if they can pull it off again.
Think I'm crazy to pick Bismarck High to be in the state title game at the end of the year?
I think WDA has proven in itself that it's kind of wide open. At any given night, someone's going to figure out a way to win a basketball game.
Minot's going to be there. Seems as if Mandad, Century, Bismarck High can't count Legacy or Dickinson out by any means.
No. Davies with Mason Clabo.
Horace is good this year. They're in the top 5 right now. Rebound comes away to Gunville. And the Magi have 4:24 left in the ball game. They've got themselves a 9-point lead at 61-52.
Yeah, Legacy's just gone cold from the field to go with an couple extra turnovers that they didn't have in the first half. I think they've had 5 in the second half here. And so between turnovers and just going cold from the field, it hasn't been a good last 8 minutes for the Sabres.
Timeout. Jason Horner. A lot of High fans wanted to travel. It's elevated in here tonight. 4:04 left in the ball game. Minot 61, Legacy 52 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out.
Nick Holbert, Joe Catella, the call from Legacy High School. If you're Jason Horner right now after that last timeout, with one timeout to blow in this ball game, what's your game plan right now?
Yeah, you just got to get going offensively. You got to stop turning the ball over, one. You still have time to get him the ball as much as you can, but you still have time to go inside the post. See Johnny, get the ball to Johnny Robidoux a little bit, see if he can create something. Maybe it frees up an open three-pointer for somebody, but it's going to come down to stops, too. You can't just keep letting them score.
Minot High's out-rebounded their opponents on the year by 90. Landon Bedell in there proving that point. And Landon Bedell back in the ball game with 4 fouls. He's got 6 now in the ball game.
Yeah, that's the 6th offensive rebound here in the second half for Minot High, too, to stretch the lead to 11 points. Oh, Gunville with a steal. You know, all the Gunvilles are known for their defensive efforts. Jackson included. He just texted me asking if I was going to keep complimenting his brother's defense, and I've never said a Gunville couldn't guard, so I just want to make sure that's clear. They can score it and they can defend.
Winchesky can fire it as well. You betcha, Winchesky for 3.
What a second half. You think his motor was running in the first half, having to sit on the bench for that many minutes? 15 points here in the second half. He's been the absolute leader in the pack for the Magi.
Well, when you get 2 in the first half and you're used to getting just shy of 20 a night, you know that the second half is going to be elevated. It certainly has for Eric Winchesky, the Dickinson State commit.
For sure.
Minot with a 14-point lead, back to 12 as Robidoux goes inside and drops it in.
Yeah, when he's gotten opportunities around the hole, he's had a good game, and just hasn't had that many opportunities. And keep feeding him the basketball, see if he can't cut this thing down, but only 2 minutes left. It's going to be a hard thing, but especially if you're not going to get any stops.
Now Winchesky again, surveying up top to Bedell. 10 on the shot clock. Gunville over to Shell. Between the legs, Shell on the dribble drive. Shell puts it up. Oh, what a play from Peyton Shell.
Yeah, he's been outstanding here this whole game. 20 points on the game, 9 in the second half, and just willing himself to the rim there to secure another bucket. Stretch this thing back to 14 with a minute and a half to go.
Sabres need to hurry. Minute 40 to play in the ball game. Winchesky takes it away. Hang on tight. Winchesky went up for the slam. He was unable to bury it home.
Yeah, Dad's not going to be happy with that one, I don't think.
Deep 3 on the other side. High arcing shot off the mark. Missed there from Jack Juleson. 80 seconds in the ball game.
This one's on ice here. They're going to run some clock out. I don't think Coach Horner's going to foul, and this one's going to be a great second half effort. They got down as much as 3 points twice, and were able to just kind of fight through that and work their way out of it and build the lead all the way to 14.
Winchesky off the mark. Whistle on the play.
flopping warning. Give a flopping warning to Winchesky. Said he fell with no contact. Trying to draw a foul, trying to create one.
Like the call?
From my view, I couldn't tell, but if you get the flopping warning, there was zero contact, so probably was pretty clear on the floor.
Joe will head down and have a conversation with our MVP of the game. And Dean Winchesky coming up after the ball game. That happens in the Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll name our Sport Clips MVP, and we'll have our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game coming up. Here's Shell with the basketball. Brings it across the timeline. 40 seconds to play in regulation. The Magi are going to improve to 10-2 overall. 7-2 in the WDA. Legacy's going to drop to 8-4 overall on the season. And 5-4 in the conference. They're not done yet, however, as Braxton Ruff from downtown. Shot clock is off. Minot continues their dominance over Legacy. 25th game ever between the two schools. Minot High's got their 23rd ever win over the Legacy Sabres tonight here on Legacy's home floor. And the Magi respond after back-to-back losses with back-to-back wins over Mandan and Legacy here tonight. 68-57 is the final score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Joe Cattell will be on the floor just a moment with our MVP of the game and Dean Winchesky, the head coach of Minot High School. If you haven't already done so, make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. You'd be amazed at how far a like and a follow goes for us in our mission of promoting local athletes in our great state of North Dakota. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube as well. Certainly helps our cause of growing the coverage for these young men and women on the PSP Network. Let's go down to Joe Cattell. It's got Dean Winchesky.
I don't know if I got a double interview here. I'm not quite sure. No. Here with Coach Winchesky. Obviously, Legacy gave you a heck of a fight tonight. Coach Horner had the boys ready. 3 points at halftime. They gave you all the fight you could. Just talk a little bit about what you said in halftime to get the guys riled up a little bit and to get them coming out a little bit more, a little more focused on offense.
I thought it was about the last 10 minutes. I don't know if my halftime did anything, to be honest with you. We just started executing, started finding people, making extra plays, and then some kid made some shots. We didn't make any shots the first half. You got to give them credit for what they did defensively. And second half, our kids got stops. I thought the last 10 minutes was phenomenal defensively. I don't know if we gave up maybe 7 points, something along those lines. But we did enough to get away with it, which is, to come down, win on the road in the West Region, it ain't easy.
No doubt. And this one stat that I know, it's 8 turnovers in the first half. Obviously, Eric was out a lot of that last stretch of the first half, but he only had 2 in the second half. Cut back on the turnovers. Just talk a little bit about just the focus of getting Eric back on the floor, how important that is for your team, just to keep the ball moving without throwing it out of bounds.
Well, without question. He's able to get us into some things. He's getting a little loose with it at times still, but he's still learning to play the game. And as a point guard, he's what you want. He gets us organized, gets us into what we want, we execute, and then he made some big shots down the stretch. That 3 was huge. Ran a little flex. We went back to 1973 and pulled that out of the bag. And
it still works.
Yeah, it does. It's amazing. And made some really good decisions out of some things. He found Landon, and Landon got blocked, but he stayed with it and got a put back. Those are 2 huge plays in the middle of that. So, you know what? We did what we needed to do. I don't think we finished the game. We had a chance at a layup, and we just got to put that in. And then Jalen Yaks won with 40 seconds. And that's stuff that we've got to understand. We want the clock to run, get that thing out of there, and not give them a chance to score anymore. So,
I don't know what you call it, but I thought you had a really focused offensive attack. They take the lead from you. You're down 3 or 4 points. You got Winchesky score twice in a row. Then you had Peyton Shell score twice in a row. They turned it over all 3 of those possessions in between there. It just felt like you guys really settled in. You got the ball to the players that needed the ball. Just talk about your team. When it's time to go and it's go time in those close games, it seems like it's Winchesky, Shell, and those guys. And obviously it seems like the team just kind of, builds off of that.
Well, yeah, and you know, obviously they made some plays. I mean, Peyton's a guy we look for a lot. Eric, we rely on to get downhill. I thought the second half he was really good at getting in and creating problems, and he was able to jump by some help. And I know he's probably frustrated he left a couple on the board, but he played extremely well. I thought we rebounded better the second half, which was a telling stat because I thought they were up 3 or so at the half. And but you got to give all of our guys credit because, you know, Mason Jensen hits a huge 3 there in the middle of it. I thought Jalen was really good defensively. Landon saddled with fouls, but had a couple of big plays, one to start the second half. And, you know, Grayson, we challenged him about doing little things, boxing out and rebounding, and he did a much better job.
Jackson texted me during the game. He said, finally a Gunville that can guard somebody. So
Jagger guarded. Jackson can't say that. Jagger guarded too. So
awesome. Well, thanks, Coach, for taking your time. Congrats on the win.
All right, thank you.
Eric, obviously a frustrating first half for you. 2 fouls, got some time on the bench to watch and reevaluate. What was your mindset going into the second half? How did you get yourself refocused to have such an outstanding second half?
I just got to be smarter. I can't put myself in situations where I'm going to foul. The early charge, I got to jump stop early, make a decision out of that. And the second foul is just me not being very smart and playing too aggressive. So at halftime, I focused up, kind of took my time on the bench, realized, hey, I got to be smart because I can't be sitting on the bench the second half.
Yeah, talk a little bit. You guys got down there in the second half. They took the lead from you. You had a 3-point lead. They flipped it to a 3-point lead from them. Just talk about what you guys, it sounded like you and Peyton kind of took over right there in those stretches. Just talk about what your mindset was there and what the team kind of rallied around to get that lead back and then to build it all the way to 11 to finish the game.
I think it just started on defense. We decided we weren't going to let them get easy shots anymore. We really wanted to start denying. We let them get easy shots in the stretch, and that's why I think they took the lead. They're a good team, but I think we focused on defense, and then I think me and Peyton, we just decided, hey, we got to go create for our team, not just for ourselves, and it ended up being us scoring. So I think it was a concentrated effort on defense and me, and we decided that we were just going to get good shots, knock them in.
Awesome. Any chance your dad brings up the dunk attempt in the locker room after this?
Already did, Joe.
Awesome, man. Well, congrats on the win. Congrats on the run you guys are on right now. Keep it rolling. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yep,
back to you, buddy.
Job well done. Joe Cattell down on the floor with Eric and Dean Winchesky after the Magi get the win tonight. 68-57, the final score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. More of the Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroad postgame show to come, and we come back here to Bismarck.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Planning Team Financial Advisor, Shots Crossroads. Bringing the post game tonight, Planning Team Financial. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. At Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99 and that delicious banana cream pie at Shots Crossroads. Nick Colbert, Joe Cattell. For the post game tonight, you see Parker Falcon celebrating 1,000 career points here at Legacy High School. 1,000's nice to get, but that's a competitor right there that wanted to win in this ball game. However, you can't bypass that milestone here tonight.
No doubt. No, special night for him. Obviously, put a lot of time into this program, and to get to 1,000 is a pretty special deal. So hopefully, he has at least a moment tonight to enjoy that and move on to the next one.
Joe, your overall thoughts on the ball game here tonight before we get into the recap of tonight's contest?
I think if you get that effort from Legacy every night, they're going to win a lot of games. They really are. They're going to be a team to compete with at the end of the year. I thought they really played hard. I thought they were good defensively. They really shared the ball well tonight. Like Coach Winchesky said, Minot High ramped up their defense and their turnovers picked up. They really didn't score much in the last 8 minutes. I think he was right. I think it was like 7 points in the last 8 minutes. So I do feel like, though, that Legacy played a really good basketball game today, a game that could beat a lot of teams. Minot High was just one that wasn't going to be one of those teams. But that was my first initial thought. Then my second thought is, Winchesky and Shell are probably, there's some good 1-2 punches, but Winchesky and Shell are as good as they get. And Winchesky is that determined to get to the rim, and he's finishing like that, makes the big three. When Shell's that efficient, Shell scored 20 points. I'm not sure he took 10 shots. Like, he got to the free throw line. He made some three-pointers. He might only missed 2 or 3 shots in the whole night. He's just so efficient. He doesn't need the ball very often to score, and then, Schaefer had a nice night. They had some other guys step up, too. I'm missing one I wanted to bring up. The Jensen kid. He only had 7 points, but there were 7 big points, especially the way that they were getting guarded in order to take away what Shell was doing. So just a really a nice night from Minot High, and just a really – it's hard to win on the road, and to focus up, get down in the second half, focus up, stretch that lead back to 11 was just a really good team victory for those guys.
My only thought on tonight, you see I've got the winter jacket on.
Yeah, you're freezing. People probably think we're at like a ice rink right now or something with you wearing that jacket.
The air duct right up here has just been hitting us to the face all night long. Speaking of hitting us in the face, how about the final game numbers of tonight's ball game, brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. We'll watch the highlights back as Joe presents those numbers in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, the Legacy Sabres fall tonight by 11, 68-57 to the Minot High Magi. They were led in scoring by Parker Falcons 9 and Brody Weigels 9. 8 points from Micaiah Berryhill. 7 points from Aiden Westgard. 7 points from Easton Bergerud. 6 points from Jonathan Robidoux, and 6 points from Jack Juleson, and 5 from Braxton Russ for a total of 57. They were 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Nice night from the free throw line. 7 3-pointers made, 11 over offensive rebounds, 16 turnovers, 9 of those coming in the second half. Kind of the crusher there when they needed to make a run. Just felt like they weren't able to figure that out. As far as for the Minot High Magi, they were led in scoring tonight by Peyton Shell's 20. Peyton had 2 3-pointers and was 4 for 5 from the free throw line. 17 from Eric Winchesky, 15 of those coming in the second half. He also hit 2 3-pointers and was 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 7 points from Mason Jensen. Again, I thought he really stepped up. He had some opportunities to score and took advantage of all 3 of those opportunities. 6 points for Landon Bedell, 6 points from Jalen Gunville, 8 points for Grayson Schaefer, and 2 points for Kale Workman. Those were the first 2 points of the game. They were, let's see here, 6 for 9 from the free throw line. They made 8 3-pointers on the game. 12 offensive rebounds, 10 turnovers, but only 2 turnovers unofficially. Those are my count. 2 turnovers in the second half was kind of the decider, and the reason they were able to stretch the lead out to 11, especially trailing by 3 at one time there in the second half.
Nice job, partner. Appreciate you. Time for MVP of the game, brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Sign in with a hairstylist today at Sport Clips. I've got the app. It's quick, it's convenient. They do a fantastic job. And Minot and Bismarck MVP, Eric Wojcicki here tonight. Your thought on that was just the response he had and the way he took the game over in the second half?
He needed to, right? Like, I mean, first of all, like, I'm not saying that they turned the ball over because he wasn't on the floor. I thought Legacy did some stuff, but when Chesky's on the floor, they don't turn it over a ton. And he hit a nail on the head. It's the same thing I said in the first half. He gets the charge of his first foul. All he has to do is jump stop there, and there's no foul. Gets too aggressive. Now he's got 2. Now he's got to sit by his dad for the next 8 minutes and watch his team play. And I thought he just played so much smarter in the second half. He was the quarterback out there. Ball wasn't getting turned over. The ball was finding people that it needed to find, and then he was aggressive in finishing and making threes. Just felt like he had a really good second half, especially with battling some adversity there in the first half.
MVP of the game, Eric Wojcicki, brought to you by Sport Clips, the pros at men's hair. Time for our move of the game, brought to you by Spas Etc. Down here in the capital city or Magic City Home Leisure if you're in Minot. Now there's a million you can pick here tonight, but I think the highlight and the accomplishment tonight for Parker Falcon certainly is deserving of that. You get to 1,000 points. Not an easy accomplishment by any means. He did it here tonight. Congratulations, Parker Falcon, on getting to number 1,000. Your move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure and our friends at Spas Etc. Find them in Bismarck and in Minot. Joe, standings inside the WDA. That's a big win for Minot High. They improved to 7-2 now inside of conference play. 10th win of the year. Century, Bismarck High. The last we looked, it was Bismarck High that had the lead on the Century Patriots.
Making a little comeback here. They're down 11 with 8 to go, it looks like.
A game on the PSP Network. You can hop over and watch that one here tonight. Joe, we appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
as always,
you
partner.
having me, man. Always a pleasure.
Love working with you. Great to see you. Tell your family hi, and we'll see you soon down the road.
Will do, but I think next week. Are we together next week?
I think we are.
Is it Century? No, Bismarck High?
Bismarck High, Minot High next Friday night.
I think I got that with you, so.
Well, we'll reunite then, my friend.
Sounds like a plan.
Big thanks to Joe Cattell. Big thanks to Anthony Vetter tonight, along with John Samuelson around the cameras. Giant thank you to those sponsors. Frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here, plain and simple. And as always, a giant thank you to those military men and women, veterans, that active status. God bless you all. God bless America. Minot High gets us clean sweep tonight. The girls get the victory earlier on tonight. And then the boys win 68-57 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. For my partner, Joe Cattell, I'm Nick Colberg signing off. Until next week, hope you have a great weekend. Whatever you do, have a great night, and God bless.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.